So, for those who don't know who I am, my name is Travis, Super Trav, Travioli if you're feeling spicy. Many other names I go by, but this is the one that should stick. It's Super Trav. Hello, Space Cowboy, thank you so much for those biddies.
Hello.
Welcome to the one and only TravTalks. It's our first episode of 2023. Schedules are a bitch, aren't they? I had multiple planned, and things. It's been wild. It's been wild, but we've got one of my actual, like, if you can believe this, like, I've actually met this person in real life. Isn't that weird? So, I appreciate y'all. Welcome in. As you all know, TravTalks is a show where we talk about mental health, content creation, and all the other things that go into it. I interview other content creators, streamers, musicians, all sorts of types, and of course, you let them know, how do you balance all those things? What does your mental health look like? Is it totally fucked, or can you handle it? How do you handle it? Are you totally fucked? Who knows? If you have any questions, feel free to submit them throughout the night, of course. We will be possibly ignoring the chat, possibly paying attention to it, who knows. I would love to introduce... Thank you, I appreciate you. Throughout the night, if there's anybody who has any questions, feel free to ask them all night. My mods are going to be keeping track of them in a little secret section I have in my Discord, just in case there's anything really specific. Thank you so much for being here, and of course, I would love to introduce you to the one and only MissLeemaLee. I know Leema through my partner, actually. The way we met was very silly, but we're, you know, we could definitely talk about that. So let's get this started. I got everything set up on my end. Leema, as a voice in the sky, are you there?
Hello.
Oh,
did that work?
It did work.
Yay!
A voice in the sky. Let's bring you
Woo!
in. Hi, everybody.
Yay! Hi, Travioli.
Yeah.
Really? All right.
I got picked. That nickname got picked for me, but I'm not against it.
All right, Travioli. Well, cheers.
Feel free. Yeah, cheers. Absolutely.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome in. Have you haven't seen any of these episodes, have you?
You know, I'm so dumb because I thought this was your first one, and I don't read like full things, and it said like first talk of 2023, and I thought it just said first talk, and I was like, oh my god, I'm the first guest. Yeah. I was like, oh, of this year. So yeah,
Yes,
I
this
haven't
year.
caught any. Now I feel like I should have, though. I'm like, fuck.
But that's okay. That's okay. Little, you know what? Shameless self-promotion. Let's go right there. You can watch any episode. They're all right there on YouTube.
There you go. Check out the YouTube.
But yes, so I wanted to. First of all, it's good to see you. It's good to see you doing well.
Yay.
I do my best to usually end up lurking in your streams because I'm at work, and obviously I'm not able to really interact if there's like a kid in front of me. Be like, hold on, shut up, I need to respond to Leema's banana here. But yeah, how have things been? What's been going on in your world lately?
So I just celebrated 1 year going full-time on Twitch.
That's amazing.
I went full-time a little before I probably should have. Like, I wasn't making enough money to go full-time, but
Right.
I just went for it because last year, in January, I lost my job at Suicide Girls as their photographer, which was like my main job, my main thing. I lost that job, and then I didn't know what to do. I was already on Twitch, like, fucking around. Me and my friends would play, like, Among Us and just, like, hang out, really. Wasn't, like, making too much money, and I was like, I'm just gonna go for this and see what happens. And, yeah, now I'm here a year later actually making, like, enough money to go full-time now, which is awesome. So,
Is
yay!
wild. Wild. Yeah, I know that you've been... That's how we met, is through was through Suicide Girls, a website that was I mean, the way I would describe it was like
Suicide Girls.
It was pinups from the alternative side of most women, right?
Yeah.
Is that how you put it?
Yeah, like nude pinup models.
Right. Yeah.
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 Alternative models. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, usually models with tattoos and piercings and stuff like that, which was really cool because the way that you and I met was through a shoot fest that my partner Shyla, that you know.
I love her so much, by the way.
Big same.
I love her so fucking much.
I know, big same. She was very excited that I got you to be on. She said she might be able to pop into the chat here soon.
Yee!
I think she's still working right now, but very soon, I'm sure.
Okay.
But yes, that's how we met. I came and picked her and a bunch of y'all up, actually, in my shitty little Saturn.
Was I drunk?
Not yet.
Okay, that's good. I can't remember that.
Not
those
yet.
shoot fests are all a blur though, because there's just so much going on at those shoot fests that it's like, it's hard to keep track of everything. And I went to so many. I'm like, when did that happen? Was that in like this state or this state? Like,
oh gosh, well that was up in Portland. Yeah, that was up in Portland, and that was. Those are such a weird thing for me because I remember I'm trying to do everything that I possibly can to like, I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to make sure that I know my space.
Right? Yeah. Walking on eggshells. You're like, I don't want to, nobody touch me.
Exactly. I'm like, don't nobody look at me.
Keeping it through, walking through.
Right. I was like, I literally like, I pulled up to the Shoot Fest house and Shy was like, come on in. And I was like, I don't know that I should do that, you know?
Maybe not. I'd rather not.
Because my understanding is that when that was happening, there were just people like straight up nude walking around constantly. And if you weren't there working, or one of the models, like.
Yeah, it's probably best that you probably didn't go in there.
And at one of the, I think it was the second Shoot Fest that y'all came up there for, I did, but I got like permission from everybody. Everyone was like, I'd known
you
everybody.
You have to get permission from everybody to come
right
in.
Yes. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to do anything. I'm cool with sitting in the car, you know?
Just waiting. Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do.
No problem.
The safest way to go about it.
You know, I've got my phone. It's fine. But that's how we met, and that was your original job before switching into content creation, or I guess Twitch specifically.
Yeah.
So
specifically Twitch.
I wanted to start by asking kind of a little bit about that past, in the sense of like, how does one get started in that industry, as I guess we'll call it?
Is that what we're calling? Wait, what? Like,
okay, so
what industry?
So the world of
spell it out for me, Travioli.
Sure thing, Leema. The way that it starts is, like, I think of modeling, and the stereotypes of modeling used to be like, creepy dude on the street was like, come in to my office and take pictures for me or whatever, right? Now it used like, that's like the stereotype of what it used to be. Now it's changed where almost anybody can kind of hop in if they want to, and just like take pictures on your own and post them online and kind of see what happens and gain traction. But how did you specifically get started with that?
So I started with a little website called Model Mayhem, which is like terrible website, so unsafe, where anybody could go on and be like, I'm a photographer. And then I should have definitely died. Like I went to like random people's houses in like downtown LA for like a photo shoot at like some man's garage. Like, I just wanted to be a model. I was like, I want to do this. So I'm going to take like every job that comes at me.
Right.
And a lot of those jobs were like, not legit, but I took them anyway, and everything worked out kind of for the best. And then I started putting all those photos on a Facebook page, and that was when Facebook, they still have it, but everything's so shitty on Facebook now. But they used to have a Facebook page. You could go and like it, and then you would be someone's like fan, so kind of like following them.
Right.
And then I built up a following that way. And at that time, they didn't have what they have now, where you have to pay to like promote your posts. So I had like, I don't know, 50,000 likes on that page. And when I posted, like pretty much that many people would like see my posts. So
Mhm.
at the time I was like building up that following. I was
True.
in this like
Yeah.
model share for share group. So we would like share each other. And I
Mhm.
wasn't even 18 yet. Woo! I should have been 18. I pretended for a minute there.
We
But
don't
yeah,
promote that.
no, Jesus. Can I say this? I don't know.
It's your story.
Yeah.
Your story you're allowed to say,
Well,
but
that's the story.
we don't promote underage modeling.
Yes, we do not promote that. But yeah, so I started modeling that way and built up this Facebook page where I built up like a following. I still have that Facebook page, and I still have people that are like, I've been here for years, and I'm like, hell yeah, dude, let's go. Yeah, so that's how it all began.
Okay, so Model Mayhem and Facebook.
Yeah, the two big ones.
You know, if I didn't know you, I'd call those a little boomerish.
I know, they totally. Well, like I said, I started before I should have started. Like, so yeah, I was very young when I started doing all of that nonsense. But yes.
What kind of led you to the decision like I want to be a model? Like fuck a regular job, I want to be a model.
So my mom is a photographer, and she is an amazing photographer, and she would like
Awesome.
take pictures of like me and my friends because she had like a photo studio at our house.
Mhm.
So like from when I was like, I don't know, 11, 12, like me and my cousin would like get dressed up and like take pictures in her studio and pretend we were like models and have fun with photo shoots. And I just fell in love with like the art of photography and modeling and stuff like that. So I think that's how it started.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you kind of started by jumping in kind of through mom a little bit, and like she bought you your own camera, and that's kind of how it started. Or
Yeah, she gave me a hand-me-down camera, and that's
Okay.
how I started doing pictures. But I didn't actually start working as a photographer until Suicide Girls came along. But my mom is fucking awesome, man. Like I always tell people, she bought me this book
Mhm.
from like the 70s at the thrift store that was like was like nude poses, like how to do like sexy nude poses from the 70s. And she like gave me this book. Like that's
Right.
how supportive she is. And
Hell
she's like,
yeah.
these are some fun poses that like you could try with your photography. And I'm like, oh, thanks, mom. Like, Jesus. But yeah, she's always been like super, super supportive and like proud of my photography and everything.
Okay, cool. Cool. And have you always been in LA?
I have. No one believes it. I don't. Everyone always thinks I'm from like the South or I have like a weird accent, and I'm like, no, man. Like born and raised, fucking California.
Was it always LA, or was it like, or were
Always
you
LA.
really?
Always LA. Nowhere else. Never lived anywhere else. I mean, I've traveled a lot around California. Oh no, I did live. I'm lying. There you go. I lived in Paso Robles with an ex
God.
for a year. I erased that year from my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I lived in Paso Robles, which is near like San Luis Obispo,
Okay.
for like a year with an ex, with a terrible ex, and then yeah, I moved back. So
Okay. Yeah. No,
I guess I did live somewhere else.
because like everybody that I know is from LA. You go like, okay, but where you really from? And they're like San Bernardino. Like,
No, man, straight up LA, baby, right there.
Okay, but where
I
you
know a
really
lot of people
from? And
do say that.
they're like Upland. It's like
Right, there's San Francisco. You're what the fuck?
that's not even close. Just say you're from
Yeah,
San
that does
Francisco.
happen. Right?
Okay. I guess I can understand, saying like Orange County, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'm straight LA County, man. Straight
That's-
LA.
Wow.
But I will not pick you up from LAX. Nobody. So many girls are like, I'm coming to LA, pick me up. I'm like, no, it's the fucking worst.
No, LA. Like, I think LAX is a fun airport, but it sucks.
Dude, it's the worst. I like, no. So many girls are like, can you just pick me up? And I'm like, no, because you have to, even it's like 15 minutes away, you got to sit in traffic to pick people up. And I'm like, oh my God, like hours of traffic just because fucking LA, man. It's just crazy.
The family that I have from the area always says, they always say, everyone in LA is in a hurry to go nowhere.
Yeah.
And I think that's a fair. I think it's like a pretty fair, like, a good way to look at it, honestly.
Yeah, I always try to leave. I always say I'm that person that's always like, I'm leaving California, and then I just never do.
And then you never do.
I mean, like, my parents live around the corner from me right now, and I rely on them for, like, everything. So, like, that's the main reason I can't move. Because I'm like, if I move and, like, there's a spider I need to kill, and, like, my dad's not around the corner, like, what the fuck? Who's going to come by? Like, who's going to fix my car? Like, who's going to go shopping with me? Like, my mom. Like, I can't leave them, man. So I'm like, unless they, like, came with me, I'm just staying in California forever.
Where do you think you would go if you were able to?
I was trying to look into, like, Texas or Arizona because I hate the cold. Like, I fucking hate it so much. I cannot live in Portland or Denver or anywhere like that because I'm like, nope. So, like, Arizona and Texas are, like, the only two places I could, like, or, like, Las Vegas. But, like, somewhere that's not cold. But I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna be stuck here forever. So,
which you're not against. It sounds like. It sounds like you're like, yeah, no, that's okay.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it has its flaws and stuff, but so does everywhere. So it's like, what are you gonna do?
No doubt. I mean, like LA as in and of itself has such like a culture thing to it. Would you say that the culture has like influenced that at all, or was it truly just mom's influence that led to kind of the path you've taken
for modeling?
Yeah,
or photography? For honestly, for both, it's like it was just so easy for me being in LA, right? Because there was just so many opportunities like constantly coming at me. And when I did work for Suicide Girls, the Suicide Girls like house mansion thing that I shot at was like 20 minutes from where I live. So I literally would just like zip on over there and shoot girls. Like everybody came to me because I lived in LA. So everybody wants to come to LA. So I wouldn't even have to do anything. Everyone would just be coming to me. It was easy to get like clients for photography. If I wanted a modeling job, like all of them were listed in Los Angeles. So that was definitely an influence. Everything was just so easy because it was like right there. I'm like, okay, well there you go.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Cool. So I guess it is like a blessing to be in LA as well as like also a curse.
no doubt, because then you look at rent and you're like, oh god, you know.
Exactly. It's like two different things where you're like, okay.
What do you think you'd be doing if it wasn't what you do now with like photography and modeling and whatnot?
I honestly have no idea. I had a clothing line for like a couple years, and that was really fucking fun, and I loved that. I worked at McDonald's for 5 years, and then I worked at Starbucks for like a year, and then I worked at Ulta, was like a makeup artist there for a little bit. I've done a lot of like really random things, and I feel like I keep just like moving to like different random jobs and just staying with them for a while, and then I'm sure after this I'll find another random job and I'll just keep on going, and I don't know, man. It's just been, I didn't think I'd ever be doing Twitch, and here I am. So at this point I'm like, you just never know what's gonna happen.
Do you think like this is like an ultimate goal?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously, like Twitch partner would be like the ultimate goal.
Sure.
And like making enough to live comfortably, because Twitch is so hard. Where it's like 1 month I make like enough to pay my rent and buy food and like be fine, and then the next month I'm like, fuck, I didn't stream enough, and I'm like struggling. So being in like a good, comfortable spot, and making Twitch partner just so I can have more emotes, like that's like the goal right now.
Right. And I've had a couple of partners on this show, and you would know if you watched. But you
God. YouTube, everybody.
Hey, exclamation point YouTube.
Hey.
Yeah. So the partners that I've had on this show, the split remains the same for tier 1.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just want more emotes, in all honesty.
And I'm with you, because I literally have like I have this notebook that has all like the questions and stuff that I'm gonna ask, but like also has like a page that has just like emote ideas.
Dude, yes. I have a bunch of emotes, and I'm like, I don't have enough slots for them, and it's driving me crazy. I'm like, I tell everyone, I'm like, I just want partners so I can have more emotes. Like, that's it. I
It's
just
really all
want
I
more
want.
emotes.
I just want the one
That's
thing.
all I want. Yeah.
But it literally stays the same for at least for tier 1. The tier 2 and tier 3 get more of that split, but the other stays the
That's
same.
ridiculous, man. So I'm like, well, I mean, you get a shiny purple badge. Woo!
You do,
Watch out. And then you
But
can show off everyone you go in chats, and they're like, "Oh, is that a partner?"
But they
Whoa.
talked about that too. They've talked about like, I think it was Ninbao specifically who was like, if I could go into chats and hide that, I would.
Dude, I'm talking shit. I'm like, whoa, a badge. But like when partners come in my stream, I'm like, oh my god, hi. I get super nervous. I'm like, oh, hello.
Exactly.
Like I'm like, oh, you're a partner. Oh my god, and you're in my stream.
Well, exactly. And I sit there and I go, oh, that's interesting. Like that's interesting how people have come up with the idea of almost like this fake hierarchy that means almost nothing in the long run.
Like, yeah, it's just a silly little badge, and people like freak out, and yeah.
But yeah, and we talked about that on those episodes, and I'm like, what's it like? Do you feel like this air of respect almost? And they're like, people look at you a little different at TwitchCon.
They're like, does that person? Do you get like a purple badge thing at TwitchCon or something that says like, I'm a partner?
Yeah. Because you have you have to buy tickets through Twitch, right? And then they put your name on a badge, and it has like I think the last year's ones like had like a pink affiliate strip, and then partner was purple, and then ambassadors had some other color. But
what's an ambassador?
That's like,
I don't even know what. What is that?
So that's like you get like my understanding of ambassadors, and I don't know, I'm too lowly to speak to an ambassador, but the the idea I think is you kind of promote Twitch, like you work for Twitch as opposed to like working for your subs and whatnot. You kind of work for Twitch.
Okay. Interesting.
I don't know exactly how that works because I haven't looked a ton into it, and I'm too lowly. I'm too lowly to speak to them.
Yeah. So I mean, partner's goal. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I'm good on that.
Yeah, I think. But yeah, so like you came into Twitch kind of by happenstance.
Yeah.
Like after Suicide Girls did what it did and kind of just imploded, which is a whole nother story.
Right. Oh, jeez.
But kind of imploded a little bit, and how do you like how did it be like how did you go from like I'm gonna take pictures of naked girls every day, but now I'm gonna go sit in front of a computer?
Yeah, you know what's so funny?
Yell at strangers.
Like the reason I wanted to do Twitch is so I could be on the Suicide Girls Twitch page. That is the reason. I was like, I saw that. I was like, oh, I want to do Twitch now so I could like play games on their page.
Right.
And then like that's how I got started on Twitch. I mean, there was people always telling me like, you should do Twitch. You should do Twitch. But I assumed that Twitch was like for like hardcore Call of Duty players and like people that like really like grinded video games and were really good at them. And I'm like, I play Pokemon and like Mario Kart. Like nobody's gonna watch that. Like what? Nobody wants to see that. And then I didn't realize there's just a whole like genre of like chatting and like even hot tubs and like all this crazy stuff on here that I'm like, oh, what is all this? Like this is interesting. But yeah, I really wanted to push myself to do Twitch because of Suicide Girls Twitch. So I like the way everything worked out is just kind of like it was all like meant to be. Because I think if Suicide Girls wouldn't have fired me, I probably wouldn't have ever left. It's like a cult, man. Like I would have just been there forever. Just like I literally would, and I was working for them. Like, yeah, Jesus, I was in a new state like every month, editing photos like 5 days a week, like 8 hours a day. Like I was literally like full-time jobbing it. So like I never would have been able to do like what I'm doing on Twitch if I would have stayed with them. So like, thanks for firing me.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Right. Thank you.
kind of that blessing in disguise type thing. Yeah.
Right.
Do you feel like, I mean, obviously, like coming into that world, versus the world of like photography and modeling and whatnot, is that still a side gig? Do you still do some shoots here and there, or is that like completely closed?
Right now, it's completely gone. Like I tried to like keep it around and do like shoots here and there and like do like random shit, but like I completely just lost like all like motivation to do any of that. And I just want to put like all my energy into like my Twitch right now because it's like slowly growing and I'm like, I just want everything to be like towards Twitch. So I don't know. All that's kind of like in the past right now. Like if it ever happens and someone wants me to do a shoot, like maybe I'll do it, but right now I'm just like full on like everything. All my eggs in one basket is usually what I always do, which is like not a good thing, but like I don't know, it is what it is. I get excited about what I'm doing. That's the same thing with like photography. It was like all my eggs in one basket, and then when I got fired I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? And I put all my eggs in another basket. I'm like, okay, let's just do this. And then if this doesn't work out, I'll be like, I'll take my eggs somewhere else.
Well, and you very luckily, in a way, been able to find these patterns, which I would say is a strength of yours, to be able to find something and always, like, nobody starts amazing in anything, right? But you're like, okay, I get it. I picked up on these patterns. Okay, this is what these Twitch streamers are doing, and I kind of like that. These are what these Twitch streamers are doing, and I don't like that, so I'm going to do it better. You know, those kinds of things.
Yeah, exactly.
And something that I was going to kind of ask about was, like, going from modeling to the world of the Twitch world, which is stereotypically all about video games, right? It's all video games. Right. And I thought the exact same thing. The exact same thing I thought about. It's just hardcore COD players. It's just people who exclusively watch Ninja, just kick ass. And don't get me wrong, he's great at games, but like that's what people want.
Yeah.
That dude has 20,000 people watching him play Fortnite. So clearly,
crazy, dude, crazy,
wild, right? Can't even imagine.
Wild, right? Crazy. I get like 30 people, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a god.
Worship me.
Right.
But yeah, like the world of like that versus kind of down in our realm of like. Because if you have like 5 or more, like on average, you're doing better than a couple millions of channels.
Yes, I feel like a lot of people don't understand that because I have friends that start Twitch and they're like, I only got like 7 average viewers today, and I'm like, those are 7 people that like wanted to stick around and like fucking hang out, man. Like, it's awesome. Like, you can't be like down on yourself. Like people expect, especially girls. Coming from like the industry, because I have all my friends are in the like modeling industry, see me doing this, see me post about this. They're like, I want to do Twitch. How do I get started? I help them get started, and then they're like, why did I not get like 10 subs my first stream? Why did I not get like 30 viewers? I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. And I'm like, it's a process.
Yeah.
And it's a completely different audience. Like, not all the people that like join your modeling pages want to watch you on Twitch. Like, it's different communities, and I feel like people, like a lot of girls, don't understand that, and they're like, why is this not translating? Why am I not famous on Twitch? I've done like 4 streams. I'm like, ah!
Well, for real
process, man.
it really can take a lot longer than people think. Like, do some people get like go really high and then kind of just totally plateau? You see it a lot. And I was speaking I think it was with Rare and B, who are both Twitch partners. They both like B has been streaming for, I think she said 7 years, 8 years now. Like, she's been at it for a long time, and her climb has been really slow. Plus, she had like kids in between that, so she would take like months off at a time, which affects your viewership and all these other things, this, that, and the other, right? Like that stuff, it's all part of this really big, long process.
Yeah, I think we're like so used to like growing super fast.
Yeah.
Especially models on like certain social medias where we're like, I can get all these fans really quick. And then like when you switch to Twitch, it's like such a like slow, really fucking slow. Like you be stuck at the same spot for like 6 months, a year. It's just like a completely different way of growth than any other like platform.
For real. Yeah. We've I remember when Shy got posted on the Suicide Girls Instagram, and she got like 9,000, 10,000 new followers.
Oh yeah, yup.
Which is amazing, and I was like, "Woo!"
Yeah, woo, right? Famous now, okay?
Right, because then she was like, "Dinner's on me," and it was really cool. But like, that's the like growth on those platforms versus this one.
And that's what like exactly the SG Instagram, that's what all the girls are used to, that like super growth and like getting big real fast. And you could have like 1 million followers on Instagram, but they're not going to translate to 1 million viewers on Twitch. And I feel like people get kind of confused about that. They're like, where's all my people? Like, you know?
Right. Yeah, it's the same thing like on because what's your stream Instagram has what, like 10,000 or something like that on there? Like
it's on my on my Instagram? I think so. I don't know. Yeah, I've been trying to grow that one too, man, but I'm so shadow banned on like fucking everything. It's a struggle.
You and your boobs getting shadow banned.
It's a struggle, man. It's a struggle. All my socials are just fucked at this point.
I was actually going to ask, and it's a little farther down my list, but I don't give a shit.
There you go. Oh, okay, we're going.
Is that one of the biggest obstacles, or are there other obstacles that come in the way of growth like you want it to?
Yeah, the shadow ban thing is definitely a bitch. I tried to make like my LeemaLee stream pages separate from my MissLeemaLee, because my MissLeemaLee shit is just so screwed, because there was a good period of time when I just didn't give a fuck about rules. So I was just posting whatever the fuck I wanted to post on Instagram, and I would get in trouble all the time. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And it came back and just bit me in the ass. So my LeemaLee stream pages, I try to keep like more clean, like not like as like I don't know, not as naked, I guess. Not as much like photos and stuff. So yeah, I try to keep those clean in hopes that those will like grow and not be like completely shadow banned.
Right.
But I don't know how all that shit works, because people are like, oh, it's tied to your name, like all the apps know LeemaLee and they're gonna like ban you everywhere. But like I honestly have no
I don't know how true that is,
clue at this point. I'm like, I don't know.
And at the same time, like I remember, like, because I've been following your big Leema stream, or the big Leema page, the big Leema
Insta page. Leema page, yeah.
A big old Leema page, the one that has like 100,000 or whatever. And like that stuff, in comparison to the other stuff that I've literally seen on Instagram, was like tame in a way, right?
Yeah, well, now it is a little tamer. Like I said, I used to go pretty wild with it. It's been a lot more tame, but I've lost that account once. Like I completely lost it and had to go through like all these steps to get it back. And then after I got it back, it hasn't been the same. So I don't know if like losing it like fucked me. Like now it's back, but like my reach is so shit on that page. Like, I haven't even posted on that page in like a week. It's just sitting there because I'm like, I don't know what to do with it. And it barely reaches anybody. So it's like, and I get like more story views than like likes on my posts, which always makes me so mad.
That doesn't make any
sense.
sense.
Like y'all are watching, like there's this many people watching my story, but like half of that's like on my picture. I'm like, what the what? So I don't know. It's just that page is just like sitting there. I use it every now and again to promote my Twitch, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think I mean, seeing the just and this is totally because I'm kind of parallel to the industry in a sense, because obviously Shy was a part of it for a while and is like kind of doing it again. If she asked you, would you do it again?
I saw that.
I bet if she asked you, you would do a shoot with her. But
oh hell yeah.
But yeah, so I've been parallel to it. Like I can see it, I can watch it, but obviously like I'm not in it in the same sense that I don't pay attention to like what gets me shadow banned versus what doesn't and things like that. Obviously, when you get zucked, it totally can screw it. And but like you said, like I want to say like a little over 1,000 on my stream Instagram that I started like a little less than a year ago, which is cool, but that does not translate to 1,000 viewers.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
Yeah, exactly. No.
Right?
No. Mm-hmm.
And I do believe that you like in the same sense, like when you have 200, 300,000 on your MissLeemaLee page, like, and I don't know what your average is, but like that doesn't translate at all. You feel like,
oh no, man. I was like having that many people too. I was averaging like 10 viewers for a while on Twitch, and then like I'm finally getting like to that 20 to 30 sweet spot, and like sometimes I'll get a little above that, but I'm still like in that, like I still feel like I'm a small streamer. I still feel like I'm a little baby streamer still. I'm like haven't like hit that plateau where I'm like, woo, some days I'll do better than other days, but mainly I'm in that like 20, 30 like little pocket there.
Yeah. I think the plateaus I feel like are sometimes the hardest.
Yeah, man. I didn't realize it would be that way with Twitch, because once I started getting more than 10, I'm like, this is it. It's happening.
This is it. I'm there.
Right? And then I got a few pretty good raids where I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But it's all kind of random. Like some days I'll get up to like 50 viewers and I'm like, let's fucking go. And then other days it's like 22, 20. But it also depends a lot on what I'm playing. Being a variety streamer is so fucking hard. Oh my lord. Like the minute I switch a game, everyone's like, what the fuck is this? Why aren't you playing this?
So I can and here's exclusive my experience with this. Obviously, everybody else has their thing, right? If you want to be a COD streamer, like do it, right?
Yeah.
Fucking go for it. You want to be a Fortnite streamer, fucking go for it. Minecraft, all those things. Right? Obviously, that has a small built-in audience. I personally, for multiple reasons, I think one, I would get too bored playing the same game forever.
Yes.
And two, the built-in audience, like, how do you stand out?
Yeah.
Unless you're doing something absolutely incredible. Like,
yeah, like the best Fortnite player ever.
I'm like okay at Overwatch, like I'm not about to blow you away.
Watch out.
Yeah, I'm not about to blow you away with my skills.
Yeah.
So the idea.
See, I feel like I have the same like 10 people that will watch me play anything, and they'll stick with me through like every single game. But there are, I guess you just have to have like a lot of those people.
Right.
And then you're like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah. So what I found is like, how do you stand out? How do you stand out between, going for like the quote unquote popular games, right? Because you could just exclusively be like MissLeema Fortnite, right?
Watch out.
Look out. And I could just be like Super Mario Kart over here forever, but I like there's just for I think people like you and me, we have that similar, just like, I'm gonna get bored.
Yeah, I get so bored. Like marbles on stream is my best days, to be honest. So like I do marbles on stream like 3 days a week, but I'm like, I could not do marbles. Like there's a few other streamers I follow that I'm cool with that do marbles every single stream, and I'm like, oh my, I would go insane. Yeah. Like I need that like initial like switch up where I can play different things. And like I said, I'm lucky enough to have people that will stick with me through different games and every thing that I do where they'll be in my Fortnite game, and then they're in my Mario Kart game, and then they're with me in Fall Guys, and then there they are when I play marbles, and I'm like, this is great, you really like me, like
you really like me,
right? But then when I play marbles, I could get up to like 50, and then when I play Fortnite, everyone's gone. I'm like, where'd you guys go? What's happening? But then I'm like, I want to play Fortnite, so it's like, do I play what gets me the views, or do I play what I want to play? You know?
And I've found that, like, because ironically, being as like loud and obnoxious as I can get sometimes, my quote unquote best series, I guess, for the numbers has been between Power Wash.
What is Power Wash?
You haven't done Power Wash Simulator? It's fucking rules. It's incredible.
What? Power like washing a car?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, no.
Power Wash Simulator? This is what the people want?
That's what my people want, I guess.
That's amazing. Oh my god, I gotta come to one of those streams.
It literally truly is like exactly what it sounds like, but like there's a bit of like calmness to it, and then like I'm just like chatting with them while they're doing it, and then my just chatting streams do way better, you know?
Yeah, same. Like I do like an hour of just chatting before I start like gaming sometimes, and I'll have like more people in just chatting, and then once I start gaming they leave, and I'm like, I'm still gonna talk to you guys, like come back.
Right.
But they're like just want to be there for like chats, I guess. I don't know.
Right. And I also and I mean, obviously people watch streams for different reasons. Some people are there just to chat, and like once you're like playing a game and not fully paying attention to chat, then they're gonna be like, well, then I'm out, you know?
Exactly. You're like, oh well, that happened.
I'm like, all right, I guess I'll see you at the beginning of next stream, you know?
Right.
Because I do a similar thing, but my just chattings always go forever because I'm better at talking than I am video games.
That's why I like marbles too, because it's like easy and simple, and I could keep up with chat and like talk the whole time, but I also have like something for my hands to do. Or else I'm like, I don't know, sometimes when I'm just chatting, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I want to do something.
Yeah, I mean, I literally have a pen in my hand right now, so I feel it. Just like over here flipping a pen around. Do you feel like there is like what do you feel like, I guess, is the kind of best way to boost your morale when you kind of feel like, oh, my numbers are down, or you know, I feel like I'm just not hitting it the same way? Like, what do you think's like the big what gets you through it?
Honestly, the biggest thing that helped like me stay sane with streaming was turning my viewer count the fuck off. Oh my god. I used to have it on, and I would constantly be like peeping it, and the minute it would go down, I'd be like, everybody fucking hates me, like I'm doing something wrong, there's a reason people are leaving, like, oh my god. So I finally like did it so I don't see that. Which helps me so much. Even like my mods sometimes they'll be like, you're doing good, you have this many people. I'm like, don't tell me that, because even if I have a lot of people, then I get nervous. Then I'm like, oh my god, there's a lot of people in here. What do I do? I don't know. So the biggest thing that helped me is just turning my viewer count out. But like, I do have bad streams sometimes where I'm like, that went really fucking bad, and I'm just like, I'm quitting streaming. I don't want to fucking do this anymore.
Ever, I'm done.
And then like, right? And then I go to sleep, wake up the next day, and come back and have like a great stream. So I'm like, sometimes I have those like shitty off days. Luckily, I don't do hot tub streaming anymore, because that fucked me up. That was like, ugh, that was really hard. I did not enjoy that.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, perfect.
What?
Great transition.
Yay, segue.
Great segue.
I'm doing good.
Yes.
I don't even know your questions. I'm killing it.
My question was going to be about some of the hot tub streaming stuff.
There you go. Let me have it.
So literally, my thinking is, right, like, first of all, like, that became such a big point of controversy on Twitch, right?
Oh yeah, it still is. I literally saw a tweet about it like yesterday about some guy being like, hot tub streaming should be banned. No. So I mean, it's like a huge, like, it's still a like constant controversy going back and forth on banning it, keeping it, whatever.
Fucking keep it.
Yeah.
Like, there's plenty of work that goes into it.
Oh yeah, dude. I put so much. It's hard because it's like with gaming, it's not as hard. I just turn it on and game with people. When you hot
Right.
tub, like you gotta have shit to do. People aren't gonna just sit you like watch you. I mean, people will watch you just sit there, but
Right.
but for the most part, like you do have to have like something to do and something going on and all of that.
Do you think there was like what I guess what was the hardest part about it? Because obviously from the outside and from all those like shitty internet boys who are just like, they're just getting viewers for boobies or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? I think part of that's true, but I don't think it's so
Yes.
bad that they like can't, like they're not working.
Yeah. So
Like
the hardest part is honestly just everybody, like a lot of people don't like hot tub streamers on Twitch. There's so many
Sure.
people that don't like us. So it was just like constant comments, like back to back. Like some days would be worse than others. And a lot of times people would come in as like I don't know how to call it, a troll team, I guess.
Oh
Where
yeah,
it was
I've
like
had
people
them.
that know each other. Yeah, okay, you know. People that know each other would all come in at once and just like fucking bash me. And of course, even if my mods are there, I love my mods. One of my mods is here. Hi, mod. But like they would ban people and delete comments. But like even if they delete the comments, like you could still read the comments. You could still see what they say. And it's like, oh my god, hi. Sorry. That was so loud.
You gotta get a little close to the mic.
I just come to say hi and I love you. That's all.
I love you. I miss you. I'm gonna come see you. I'm fine. I'm
Okay,
buying a plane ticket. Okay, bye.
She's playing a plane ticket. See you later.
Come on.
See you soon. Oh, I love her.
Yeah, so yeah, so these troll teams, right? They come in
Yes, the troll teams. You
And
get them too?
every so often, like all of a sudden,
Yeah.
like my viewer count will go up by like 4 or 5 at once. And this is before I turned it off.
Yes.
Before I turned it off, but I'd be like, "Oh." And it'd be like 3 or 4 first-time chats in a row, and I'd be like,
Yep, there
"Oh,
it is.
what did
You're
I
like,
do?
oh, it's happening.
What's going on there? What's up with that?" And
Yeah.
then they'd be like, "So what do you think of blah blah blah?" And I'd be like, "Here's my opinion on blah blah blah." And then they'd have like somebody else come in and argue with me and that person. Like, it just got weird.
The troll teams are the worst, man. Like it's one thing when someone comes in and says one thing, and then you just ban them and whatever. But when it's a whole team,
Right.
you're like feel like you're being attacked. You're like, there's so
Yeah.
many people in here that are like trying to break you down. Like Jesus, man, it's crazy.
For real, yeah. And luckily my mods are really good at being able to pay attention to those who like what they do now. What we've kind of worked on is like if it's a brand new chatter, they check and see what time the account was created.
Yeah, my mods do the same thing. Yeah,
They're
and they'll
like-
whisper me and they're like, this account is 2 seconds old. And I'm like, okay, got it. And then we're like
Exactly.
little spies like watching that account, like try something, bro.
Yep. And they're just like, all right, I'm out, you know. Yeah, and then like my mod chat's just like I'll type in my mod chat like, hey, watch this person just in case.
Yeah, like keep your eye on this person. I don't trust that.
I don't
At
know
all.
who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they do like the come in the first chat is, can I ask you a question?
Oh my god, yes. Especially when you're in a hot tub, it's always gonna be a bad question. You're like, no, I'm not gonna show you my tatas. Get out of here.
Like, not here anyway.
Right? Like, oh god.
Do you was that like is that the biggest hurdle to it? Like just like general online hate, or was there other things?
I think it just wasn't like I liked hot tub streaming for a while. I had a good time with it. Like I had some really fun hot tub streams. But
Mhm.
after a while, like I don't know, I just wanted to like chill and like game. And plus I wasn't making like the community that I wanted to make, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I have like such a good fucking community, like diverse community now with like Marbles and Fall Guys and Among Us and all those games where I have like different genders and like, you know, different types of people and different ages. Whereas like hot tub brings like the same type of people mostly, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a raid.
I see that.
Am I supposed to notice that? Hi!
Everybody.
Moose Raid!
Welcome in, everybody. Second raid. Hi,
You got
everybody.
2 raids! Let's
everybody.
go!
Welcome in.
Double raid! Hey!
Welcome in, everybody.
Nice.
Hello.
Noise.
I'll do a little bit of this. Oops. Second one. There we go.
Let them know.
There we go. Mods, if you want to do the silent shout out for them, please do. Please do. So general online hate, right? And obviously I feel like general online hate goes for not just the world of hot tub streamers, but for women online in general.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
What do you feel like's like how do you deal with that?
Oh my god. When I was like first starting on that Facebook page, that modeling Facebook page, I used to fight with people all the fucking time. They'd be like, "Oh, you're ugly. I hate you." And I'd be like, "Let me see your picture. Why are you saying that? Blah blah blah. Who are you?" Like I would like literally conversate with people and like fucking come at them and be like a therapist. Like, "Why are you saying this? Is this something about you? Like, why would you say this on my page?" And go back and forth with trolls for like the longest time.
Just fight
and
them.
then. Yeah, just fighting all the time. It was like a year of just fighting with people. And then finally I learned to just either delete it or just ignore it and just like move on. But I feel like it comes with experience and like thick skin where now I'm just like, yeah, fuck you. Like,
right.
Like I literally don't give a shit. Like if you say like, shit. But I also think like it's completely different getting those comments on like Instagram or Facebook as opposed to like live streaming.
Sure.
Because like people do it for your reaction. I have a very readable face too. If I read like a bad comment and I'm like getting emotional about it, I want to cry or fight. I'm just like trying not to show that I'm like struggling. But like that's what the trolls want. They want to see you like affected by their like negative comments. So it's so hard. Live streaming is completely different ball game than being online. So I just have to like be like, oh, okay, leave me alone.
Yeah, and I'm obviously from my perspective, I'm really lucky in the sense that I don't get a ton of hate comments. I feel like I want hate comments for the content, but I don't want hate content because I have a fragile ego. You know what I mean? Like,
right? You're like, come at me, but like not too hard.
Like, come on, bring it. Don't.
Right? Like, wait a minute, that's too much. That's too much. Calm down. Pull it back a little bit.
Yeah, go back to calling me fat. I can handle that one. Like. But don't bring my family into it. That's scary.
Right?
Yeah, I think there is definitely like a totally different like mindset you have to have as a creator, and then on top of being a creator in your shoes, specifically being a like model and art creator in the sense you're using your body and your face and whatnot is the product.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot better now. Like, I don't hot tub stream anymore, and I haven't in a while, and, like, things have definitely mellowed out to where I'll get, like, a troll or a bad comment every now and then, but honestly, like, it's not even that bad. Like, it's way better. The hot tub streaming was, like, so much where I would, like, end streams and just, like, bawl my eyes out and be like,
Man.
Like, why am I doing this? Like, people just hate the hot tub streams on Twitch, and they're brutal, man. But now I'm like, I play marbles, Fall Guys, like no one's in there coming at me, It's like, it's definitely like not as bad anymore. But yeah, I don't think that's part of why I don't think I'll ever go back to the hot tub thing. People always ask me, they're like, when's the next one? I'm like, never.
Never again.
Probably not gonna do it again. I don't know.
And I mean, I imagine even like, I was thinking about it because I remember you popping on a Twitch and I'd be like, go in and watch your hot tub streams a little bit and be like, how do you even like set up like computer shit around that? Like, I'm like,
oh God, I got electrocuted.
I bet you did. Like,
I did. My dumbass thought like I could set up I'm so stupid. I was like, I'm just gonna set up a hot tub like right in my room and then just have it and everything's great. And I didn't realize that the hot tub was like leaking the entire time. and I had like a metal desk with all my shit on it. So the water like got into like the floor, all of the carpet, and like everything on my desk was like electric. And
Yeah.
I touched like my camera to like turn it on and just shocked the fuck out of myself. And I was like, yeah. So I ended up doing like an outdoor hot tub setup. Luckily, I have like a patio right here, and
I
then just
remember
like
that.
turning all my stuff and doing it like that way. But like well, not anymore, but I used to watch all my like fellow hot tub streamers,
Right.
and half the time I'm like, oh my god, like how is your setup? You're gonna get electrocuted. Like, why your hot tub's indoors? Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm panicking for them. I'm like, oh my goodness, like it's hard to do a
Yeah.
hot tub stream, man.
I can only imagine the like, not just this, like just the setup by itself, right?
Yeah.
Already really difficult, because then like I know I even think about it, like not even in the hot tub sense, but I'm like, well, like what's on my desk? Can they see anything on my desk? But also, like, is there any weird things behind me? You know, or like, is like all of a sudden like my fucking like one of my weird wigs or something sitting up over there? Like, oh shit, like, you know.
Yeah.
Just I can only imagine from that sense, but I also like the idea of hot tub streamers sticking together. That makes me feel good.
Yeah, I made like a lot of friends. It took me so long to get my like algorithm on Twitch to not just be hot tub streamers.
Yeah.
For a while, it was just all hot tub streamers, and we would like raid each other and like chill in each other's chats
Mhm.
and have fun. And now I don't do it, and I'm like slowly like changing my algorithm to like not all hot tub streamers, which is nice.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, I'll top in and like say hi to a few girls that like we used to like, you know, raid and talk and whatever. But yeah, definitely like stepped away from that whole thing.
Right. I mean, it's so like building your community in a way that's like fits to your like needs and algorithm, while also like maintaining like legit friendships. You know?
Yeah, like I feel like I started the hot tub thing. Well, like one of my like people on one of my modeling pages. I don't know if I can say the name of the page. They like sent me a video of Amaranth, like a Vice interview video of her about hot tub streaming, and that's how I started. I was like, okay, I could do this. Like this seems the way to go. But plus at the time, like all of my like people on all of my pages were there for like my modeling, so it was like a niche like group of people that wanted to see me for like my body.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, like hot tub streaming was like a logical move, because I'm like, all these people like want to see me in this way.
Right.
So if I do hot tub streaming, you know, all these people are gonna follow and stuff like that. And so now that I don't do the hot tub streaming, I feel like I'm finally, for like the first time in years, building like a different type of community, different type of like followers that want to follow me for like different content other than just like that type of content. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like using your and this happens all the time. I mean, if I'm sure you're on, I don't know how much you're on like the streamer Twitter side of things, but there is definitely like it kind of comes in waves of just like all these people coming out of the woodwork being like, I would never show my boobs for content.
Twitter streamer, is that what you're like? Streamer Twitter, is that what, all the drama and stuff? All the like there's a lot of stuff on there.
There's a good amount of drama.
I watch it, I'm like, ooh.
No, and I like watching it, and then I also like commenting on shitty takes with just like, be like, I'm sorry, it's been a while since you got laid, or whatever, right?
Yeah, like I thought Suicide Girls had drama because it was literally like a company of all women.
Sure, yeah.
But like, oh my god, the Twitch drama I've seen on Twitter, I'm like, oh my god, like what is happening? Like people are like yelling at each other, like everyone's canceled. I'm like, ah. Like I'm just gonna stay over here in my little bubble, like.
Yeah, I mean,
it's crazy over there.
I mean, and truly, like there's a lot of it's usually, it's not even like brought up around Amaranth anymore, right? Like,
Mhm.
sure, there's always gonna be somebody who's just like, why do these?
It's just because she's the biggest one.
Right.
It's always her name.
Right, and she's like one of the biggest, like specific to like that genre of streamer, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there are plenty of other people who do the exact same thing. They just aren't as recognized because they don't have what 10,000 ish people.
Oh yeah,
at a time.
all the time. She's probably on right now with 1 million people.
Yeah,
She never sleeps, man.
that's fucking awesome, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. I remember like I was in there for like I remember because I was like, okay, what's the big fucking deal? Like,
Right,
what's
I
what's
feel
the
like
problem?
everybody checks her out at least like once. They're like, let me just see what this is about. Let
I
me just
had to
check in."
know because I was like, what's the fucking problem, right?
Yeah.
Why is it if she's true if she's like popping ping pong balls out of her pussy or something, then it's like, okay, no,
Like,
okay,
what
I
is
see
the deal?
I see the problem
Yeah.
here. You know?
Yeah.
That's meant for another site. But the idea of like her just like doing ASMR in like a low cut shirt.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's
And
nothing
people
crazy.
lose it. And
Oh yeah.
within like
I love that
the
shit.
5 minutes that I was there, I got gifted a sub because people are just dumping.
Oh yeah,
subs.
man.
And I was like-
it's almost going too fast for her to even like notice.
Right.
'Cause that
I
chat's
don't
just like,
think she reads that shit. Why
Oh,
would you?
she can't. It's literally impossible. I've been in there and I'm like, can't even see what's happening. Like,
I
it's
forgot
just
what I
so
said,
fucking
and
fast.
it's gone.
right? I'm like, what did I say? I don't know. Fucking God. Something that's irrelevant now.
And so like there are people out there like one of my I don't know if you may have seen her around. Do you know Saint Peach by chance?
Maybe? I don't know. I feel like I know a lot of girls with a peach in their name.
You know what? That's an excellent point.
I'm like, I know a few different peaches. I don't know if I know a saint one, but
Yeah, so her name is Saint Peach and she does a lot of just chatting but also does gaming, right?
mhm.
And like she's doing really similar things. Like she's in a low cut shirt and people don't get mad at her. So like what's the fucking difference?
That's just she's Amaranth is just making too much money. People are mad at it. They're like, that's pretty much what it is. And she's like, what on top and making a lot of money. And people are like, nope, can't allow it.
Yeah, I mean, go like Amaranth owns a gas station. Go buy a gas station. That makes her a ton of money.
Man, that's fucking wild.
It makes her. The interview that I saw. She's like this interview I saw. She's like that actually makes me a good chunk of money.
Oh, I bet, dude. She's really smart with her money too.
Exactly.
Investing it and stuff and turning it out. Like, let's go.
So true. And I'm just like, fuck yeah, dude.
Get your bag.
Get your bag, retire super early, and fucking be good to go
Right?
forever. And because you did so many investments, you're always gonna have money coming in, right?
Exactly, dude. She's set for life. She's good to go.
They like, I don't know. There's just like, you're probably right. I mean, it's just like she's just at the top, so it's easy to kind of point the hate toward her.
It's easy for everyone to just go towards her. Because even in that Twitter thread I saw today, it was like hot tub streamers suck or whatever. Everyone was bringing her up. There's like so many others. They're just like Amaranth, blah blah blah.
But that's the
Taking
fucking
her out
weird
like,
thing.
geez.
Is she wasn't even like the hot. She wasn't even like in the top 50, right?
Yeah.
She was like 98th or something.
I think she's probably the highest like hot tub streamer though.
Hot tub streamer, yeah, but I think Pokimane is like the top like female.
Yeah.
And she was barely in the top 50.
That's why when people are like, oh, like you use your boobs for views, but like all the top female streamers wear like hoodies on stream most of the time, like sweaters and stuff. And it's like, well, are you guys not looking at like the statistics here? Like,
Like, yeah, like Pokimane's a great example, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
she's just sometimes just like in a straight up like t-shirt.
Yeah, just fucking chilling, man.
Doing whatever that she does, and then people are like, "Brr, she's just using her boobs," and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
is she like?
Right? Like, where are they?
Because what I'm seeing
You're
is
hiding.
is a loose T-shirt, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like
Yeah.
there's this pressure on women online, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there's like this pressure of like, take off your clothes, but only do it for me. But take them off, but don't do it because don't do it in public, but do it loud and proud. Don't do it because it's not for me. Can I get a free preview of your schmolish-mans or whatever? You know, and it's like,
Molly man. Yeah, that's like the whole argument with like the people that watch corn, but like talk shit about it, and like girls that do it, but then they watch it all the time.
Right.
And it's like, you're like taking in this content, like you're the one that's buying this stuff, but then you're hating on the people doing it. Like, it just makes no sense, like, at all. It makes no sense.
Exactly. 0 cents. I just don't understand how you're going to be like a consumer of the product, but get mad when people are providing the product.
Exactly. I think it's just like the money thing too. It's like a lot of girls are making so much money on schmoly fans.
Right.
Like, just rolling in the dough, man, and people are just so mad at it. But it's like the thing where like the I forgot her name, like that bad girl, rapper girl, I don't know. She turned 18. Like, the minute she turned 18,
Bad
started,
Baby.
yeah, she started a Schmoly fans, and she made like millions of dollars, and people are livid. And I'm like, how is she making the money? Because there's people buying this shit.
People
like,
are buying
fucking
it.
millions of people bought this shit. Why don't you be mad at them instead of like her? Like, you know, they're the ones purchasing this and giving her these millions of dollars. They can cash her outside.
Literally, like,
Yeah.
they're making, and she I mean,
Dude, she made a lot.
a killing.
Yeah,
She-
I live.
But she also like was like, because she like, it was her 18th birthday and she started it, and she had a bunch of pictures up on there immediately, and like people were like, there's no way you didn't take these when you were 18.
Exactly. But like, Schmoly fans is probably not gonna like check into that, as long as her ID that she posts to like be on the page
To be verified. Right.
says it. Then like,
Right.
slippery slope, man.
Yeah. Like, there's no way, right?
Yeah.
There's-
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
There's no way.
Schmoly schmans.
Listen, we're
I like the code words.
if we're trying to avoid the Bezos, right?
Homemade flans.
And the Bezos bots or whatever.
Yeah, I got you. Lonely hams. There
Lonely
you
hands,
go.
exactly.
So many different ways to say it, because everyone's like, the forbidden word.
But that's the weirdest thing. Like, if you're providing, I don't understand it, right? Like, of course, when we were all younger, we all went to like the big porn sites, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, we're all,
LimeWire, baby.
yeah, right. If you were,
Viruses.
you're like, I'm gonna go check this out, while also being like, oh, what's this? You know, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, what's hentai? Interesting.
Yeah.
You know?
LimeWire.
Yeah.
Oh, is that another boomer thing? Am I boomering myself? Like,
I used LimeWire too.
LimeWire,
I mean, no, I didn't.
baby.
I never used it. I was good, and
All the viruses, man. All the viruses. My parents are like, what were you trying to find? I'm like, I don't know. Nothing.
a CD,
Animal videos of kittens. Nah.
a song I really like.
Right. Pretty much.
But we went to there to like find the good stuff, right?
No.
And then now that it's like even more readily available, and like your friend
yeah,
that
man.
you wanted to see naked in high school is doing it for like $5 or whatever, $10, and they're like, now you're mad at her?
Exactly.
I don't get
And
it.
you're talking smack. Dude, it's everywhere though. Like, I can't even scroll through my Twitter, at least my main Twitter, because it's all over there, man. It's not even behind a paywall. Most of the girls I follow are just straight up, just
for
all
sure.
on Twitter.
Yeah.
All on there. I'm like, it's so easily to find everything. I'm like, well, there it is.
No, I tweeted about it like a while ago, but I was just like, I gotta be careful opening this in public because I have friends
Oh yeah.
that do this, and I'm like looking through streamer Twitter and whatever, and it's just like, hey, I'm live. Oh, I use this new keyboard and I really like it. Has anybody played this game? And then my friend is getting fisted, and then the next one is like.
Right, pretty much. I'm like, oh wow, that's a lot of that person. Like, oh my god, and these girls are like my friends too, so it makes it even weirder. I'm like, we just hung out and like got smoothies and went shopping, and now I'm staring at your like bungalow, like it's just right there.
Yeah.
Like, well, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. And we're like, oh, you know,
yeah,
good on you.
there it is.
And like. On my side of things, like I want to support my friends and like it.
Yeah.
But then it like Twitter shows.
Oh yeah, then it
friends.
shows it to everybody else. I already told my friends, I'm like, I'm not liking any of your stuff because I don't need that showing in my feed. Just showing everyone's stuff.
I want to show like like my.
Especially because there's maybe people that don't want to see it too, and there's no like some of them aren't like hidden first. So, like, an innocent bystander could just be like, "Wow!" Like, there it is, just on their page, you know?
Like, our mutual friend getting her butthole tattooed.
Yes. Right? Yep. It's all over the twatter.
Oh my god, it's all the time. Like, that one, like, makes it surrounds.
Like, whoa! Yeah. I'm like, oh, that's, didn't want to see all of you
there
today.
She is again. Hey, good to see you.
Right? Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and it's always I find that like that weird dichotomy of like people consuming the product but then getting mad that the product exists doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you feel like that like affects you in like a wait a minute, like what the fuck do you want from me kind of sense?
Yeah, I mean it's hard being on Schmoly fans.
Lonely hams, whatever you want to call it.
Lonely hams, just from like the judgment. Like it was so hard for me for a while because that was like my main job, my main income, my career, if you will.
Sure, yeah.
People would be like, "What do you do for a living?" And I'd be like, "I can't, like, I literally can't tell you because you're just gonna be like, what the fucking fuck?" Like, so a lot of the times I was like, I had my clothing line, so I would always say like, "Oh, my clothing line is still doing good to like my family and stuff."
Right.
And then other things like on documents, whatever, I'd be like, "I'm a photographer," like that's it.
Right.
But like some girls don't have anything else. They just have that, and it's like you can't like openly tell people like this is what I do for a living. I'd like to be at like a place in the world where you could be like this is what I do, and it's just like, oh cool, that's awesome, and then everybody like moves along with their day.
Yeah.
But it's so like frowned upon that you can't just be like this is what I do. And I'm like making good money because like so I wanted to like tell the world about it, like look, I'm making a living, I'm paying my rent, like I'm doing this, like it's fucking awesome, but like you can't tell anybody because you're like it's such like a taboo thing to do.
Right.
It's not like normalized, I guess.
Yeah, because like you can legitimately like Bad Barbie or whatever, like make a lot of money.
I can't remember her name. Bad Barbie.
I think Bad Baby is the artist or whatever, and then Bad Barbie was the person who did the 18th birthday thing.
Okay.
I think that's what Kibby was saying. Yeah, but like I feel like if there like a certain amount of hate would still get through no matter how thick a skin you have.
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like people are always like the one that I like hurts me the most is like the daddy issues thing. And a lot of girls rep that. Like I think you know who I'm talking about. There was a girl in Portland and two girls in Portland. They got matching like daddy issue tattoos.
Yes.
Like with a big heart. I think it was on their arm. I don't remember. But like that shit hurts my fucking feelings, man. I have like a really good relationship with like my parents.
Yeah. They live around the corner.
It's just there you go. See? But like it's always the assumption that like we have like all these fucking issues. Like there must be something wrong with you if you're doing that. Like, what the fuck went wrong in your life to, like, make you have to turn to that, like, job, you know what I mean? And I
Right.
hate like that stigma, like, ugh, just bothers me. Like, oh, people used to come in my hot tub streams and be like, are your parents proud of you? Like, is this making your parents proud? Like, oh, she has so many dad issues. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up.
You
And I'm
want
like,
daddy
my parents
issues.
are proud of me. Leave me alone.
If you want daddy issues, you come to my stream, okay? I'm the one with daddy issues.
Are you really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there it is.
My bio dad has problems.
See, I always say I don't have daddy issues. I have sibling issues. My siblings were like terrible to me growing up. So I guess I do have some sort of issues. But I'm like, not every girl who does like OnlyFans or does that type of work has like,
no.
you know, it's like grouping us all together in like
Right.
the same thing. Like every girl who does that, like what went wrong in your life to make you have to do that? Like nothing. I just started making a lot of money. Like
Yeah, it's like I
that's it.
looked at a thing and went, oh, that sounds like a lot of money. I like that. Cool.
Right? Like it's not that serious. And now like so many people are on OnlyFans and it's like you can't group everyone together.
Mm-mm.
Being like all these people, like what happened? Why do you have all these issues? Like, some people just want to make money and it's empowering for some, you know?
Right. And like some people are like, I know that there's a couple people that I know that are like disabled and can't do like a 9-to-5 type job.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So like this is like a really good way because like obviously disability isn't much. So they're like, okay, well, let me make a little bit of money this way. And all I got to do is take this picture in my bathroom. And people are willing to do that. And people are willing to pay money for that. So like, fuck
Exactly.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Especially with like the popularity of it too, of
Yeah.
OnlyFans. Like even if you only get a few people, you know, if you post something like someone from your high school is gonna want to see you naked, there you go. There's your money right there.
I guarantee you, you know?
Mhm.
And it goes back to that whole idea of you're providing this product or this service, which is just you.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I imagine that the like hate or pressure or whatever that comes from that feels kind of shitty sometimes. You're just like, where are I guess how do you deal with that coming in? You know, how to like especially the daddy issues thing, right? Like no, they live over there. And I love them very much.
know.
And they love me very much.
Yeah, there's definitely like the hate that comes with it. Like it did like it empower me, and it sucked because I felt like I was like kind of proud of it. I'm like I did this thing, you know. I had this many people that wanted to see this, and I'm paying for shit. And I mean, it was kind of like owning my sexuality.
Yeah.
And I know that I just said that everyone thinks we have issues, but like I do have some issues.
Sure.
With some I don't know if I could say like essay. Can I say that?
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
that is? Like, yeah, like essay in my past where like people have taken advantage of me.
Right.
And so like doing sex work like has empowered me to kind of like take that back in a way
Right.
and like gain my power back that I felt like was taken away from me.
Awesome.
I feel like that's not talked about enough. People are like, oh, daddy issues, like all these issues, but like sometimes like doing like OnlyFans and like that type of work like empowers you.
Right.
It makes you feel like really good about yourself, and you're in charge of any content you put out, you know?
All content.
Like
right.
you're
You're in
everything you
charge.
put out is your thing. Like you feel good about it, you look good in it, like, you know, you look good about it, you feel great. And
Right.
like, yeah. It's like a very empowering thing. And like nobody, you know, if you say you do OnlyFans, no one's thinking about like, oh, she must be empowered and that's great for her for, you know, doing that for herself. Like everyone's just like, oh, what happened to you?
Yeah, there's
that's what she does now. Like, you know.
there's definitely like this misogynist undertone of like obviously if you do that, clearly there's something wrong with you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Almost-
Like what went wrong in your life?
Yeah, and you've come from this like you've come from this place of empowerment and
Mm.
from just hearing friends and my partner talk about it, right? My friends and my partner talk about it, how like people who are willing to pay for it generally are really fucking nice about it, right?
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like I've met a lot of like really nice people too.
Mhm.
Hey, let's go Raiders.
Welcome in,
Hi guys.
welcome in, Raiders.
Welcome in.
That's what TravTalks is about below. Thank you for the shout.
Ah.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, everybody. We will have a Q&A at the end. So welcome in,
Yay.
everybody. But yeah, so like there's that level of, yeah, like you said, empowerment. You've become.
I feel like more people need to talk about like the empowerment part of it. I feel like it's just not talked about enough. That like these girls or guys or whoever are getting like this
Right.
this empowerment and feeling good about themselves from doing like this type of work.
Right.
Because everyone thinks like, oh, you just do it for the money, or you just, which I mean, yeah, money, but
Sure, that's
you know,
not.
there's a part of it that like like when I first started, I wasn't making that much, but I still felt like so good about it and felt empowered and like enjoyed
Yeah.
doing it and like making the content and like
Mhm.
I think you were talking about how people were like the customers were nice. Like a
The
lot
pe-
of people were like very nice to me. Like obviously you're gonna encounter shitty people. That's with any job.
Sure.
But like a lot of the customers I had were like great to me. Just like really nice people that a lot of them actually were like really lonely too.
Right.
Which maybe like didn't have a partner, didn't have someone, and like didn't want to like go out in the real world, which I totally understand.
Get that?
Like find somebody, so it's easier to just like virtually hang out with someone and get your rocks off that way. It's
Or-
a terrible way of saying that.
Or
Get
whack
your
it
rocks
off.
off. I don't know. I just
I'm
felt
here
really
jacking
gross
off.
after
Yeah.
saying get
Mhm.
your rocks off. But yeah.
Yeah, and there's like, and that's the cool thing that I've seen about like this. What's a good word for it? Like this evolution of the industry almost. Like
Mhm.
the world, like it's become like there are girls or guys out there that will offer like a boyfriend girlfriend experience, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So
I've
that's
done
not
that
even
too.
about. That's not even like about getting necessarily, not always, but it's not even always
Yeah.
about getting like your rocks off or anything. It's like
Mhm.
I just want someone to talk to. Like,
Oh, definitely. There's definitely been a lot of people on my Schmoldly fans that literally just want to like have a conversation every single day. They're in my inbox every day, like, "How you doing?" I'm like, "Good. How are you?" And just I don't know, just talk about their day and what's
Right.
going on. And I mean, providing that too is like fulfilling in a way.
sure. Some people
Yeah, because you
definitely
can be there for them.
yeah, and some people it's definitely just simply on the fact that I'm horny and I want to see my friend naked. And it's like cool, right?
It's as simple as that. As simple as that.
And that's
And you're like, okay,
and you're like, okay, sure.
it is what it is, man. Come on in. Give me
Yeah.
that $10.
Or what is it? $8, I guess, right?
It's 10, okay?
Yeah.
It's on sale for 8. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, sale going on. I think it truly has become like this industry that, like you said, is super empowering for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And has become this kind of like this kind of weird spot in society that people just don't talk about a lot, right? Because you
Yeah,
can
man.
go-
No one ever talks about it.
I feel like there's
Well, I mean, we are, but
right, well, you're in it, and I'm, like I said, I'm always parallel to it, just with
Mhm.
the friends and my partner and all that stuff. Like I welcome it, I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think I told you about it actually. That one of those times we all went out to dinner in Portland, and this is back when obviously we were all doing a lot more like partying and whatnot. But like when all your friends are sex workers, there's a lot of times where people are getting naked far more often.
Yeah.
And like if you had told like middle school Travis that he's gonna have like 4 naked women in his apartment,
Running around. Woo!
and you're like I think 12-year-old Travis would have fucking exploded,
And it becomes so like natural. Like I remember the first shoot fest I went to, and like everyone was just naked, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
And then like the last shoot fest I went to, I'm just butt ass naked walking there. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care. Who cares?
You're like, I'm
we're
gonna
all
go get
naked.
water.
This
Does
is
anybody
great.
need anything?
Here I am like bending over in front of the fridge. Like nobody cares, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. It's something that like became so like different and like I said, like if you had explained that to anybody outside of like our certain group, it would have been like, what do you mean? Like,
and people think like there's such like this misconception of these like shoot fests. Like when I post pictures of me and a bunch of girls, they're like, oh my god, they probably got naked and like all banged each other. And I'm like, no, actually we were like working our asses off making content all day.
Right.
Like and then we were all tired as shit and went to dinner and like went home and went to bed.
Yeah.
It's not like people think we're just like doing all this crazy stuff. And I'm like, at least that's like the ones I've been to, I'm like, they have not been like too crazy. We're mainly just like focusing on work. And even those that work in like the corn industry will like the way they do it is very professional. It's not like it's just happening everywhere and like things are going like, no, everything's like planned and like scheduled, and it's like all very like people are working hard, you know?
Right. Yeah. Like
not just getting wild.
Well, and that's so funny because, like, again, like being the partner or whatever, like you get invited to the things, and then like my job wasn't to be like, you know, like, oh man, get in there and fucking get all weird and shit. It was like, no, it's really fucking cold in the shade. Hand like the blanket over when we're not actively taking pictures, you know?
Yeah, dude, if there's ever a partner there or like someone, a photographer, someone random, they're not like, we're gonna put you to work. Like you're gonna work today. Like you're gonna help us make this content. Like we're working, man.
Yeah, and I'm was like a coat rack basically. I was just like, I'm holding like these hoodies and blankets and stuff like that. It was fine. I wasn't like upset about it. I just was like, if you had told again, 12-year-old Travis.
Yeah, and I'm sure like a lot of guys too have this like fantasy thing, because like honestly like the group pictures on my socials do really well.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, I'd love to be in the middle of that like tattooed sandwich or whatever. Like like people think there's like this huge fantasy like, oh, I wish I could be there with you girls and just like experience the magic. And we're just like drunk in a hot tub like chatting about girl stuff, like, you know, like I don't know. I don't think it's like the fantasy. I'm ruining fantasies right now, man.
we got to be real about it.
All the fantasies, but yeah, like it's always like these comments that are like, I wish I could just be there, a fly on the wall, and I'm like, I wish you could too, because then you'd be like, what the fuck even is this? Like,
you'd be like, I'm kind of just chilling now,
right? Like it's not that fucking crazy. Like there's nothing that wild going on. Like.
No, I always thought it was funny just because like you hear like I'd hear like Shy come back from these shoot fests and stuff like that, and she'd be like, no, like once I did my 2 shoots, I just kind of like walked around and talked and.
Right? We just like hang out and talk. It's not like anything crazy. No one's like making out with everybody in the corner or something like.
Right, and if
I don't know.
And if it is, it's for content generally. Like,
yeah, it's being filmed. It was planned. It was scheduled. Like,
right.
And
like,
it will be sold.
Yeah, and things are being signed, and yeah, like no, that's all part of it.
It's all work, man. It's all work, and I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. They think we're just like fucking around. Like, no, man, we are like on the clock. We are working.
You're like, yo, we got to catch daylight here if we're gonna do this outdoor set,
right? You know? Banging stuff out, like, oh my god.
and I found that seeing it from just exclusively from like the outside perspective was always like, it truly is more of like a business exchange a lot of the times.
Yeah, it's all business. We're all like, I mean, doing OnlyFans, it's like owning your own business.
Right.
We're all basically business women, like, you know, growing our brand, growing our business, growing our sites and stuff like that. And a lot of people don't like respect it as a business.
Right.
And think we are just kind of like fucking around. Like, no, man, we got like thousands of dollars worth of like photo equipment. We're getting like these professional photos. We're taking our time. We're doing these shoots. Like money's being exchanged. Like this is a full business like thing going on, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. and the world of just like coming through and seeing, I don't know, it's how do I put it? I always found it really interesting just how well it worked. How everybody just really like truly understood it, and even like everyone was super kind to like newbies about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because especially because a lot of us have been in the industry, and then you have these like really young girls come in and they have no idea what's going on, and you're like, I'm gonna take you under my wing. Come on,
Right.
come in here.
No, and you and
Teach you some things.
And Shy very much credits you for a lot of her stuff, right?
Yay! I
Yeah.
love her so much.
She very much credits you for like teaching a lot of the kind of I guess just the outlines of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I've helped so many good. That's what's really fulfilling about being a photographer and doing these like naked photos of girls and
Right.
like showing them, and they're like, "Oh my god, I look so beautiful," and I'm like, "Yeah, man, like I see it now. You see it, like
Yeah.
that's great."
And now everyone's gonna see it.
Right, everyone's seeing it.
And that's what's up. Like,
Yeah.
that was like really cool, especially because like the first set you did was Shy. The baby pat one.
And
And it was just yeah, it's a great set. It's very pillowy and nice, and I love it. And you think about like that was so cool to see the evolution of that turning into the world that it became.
Yeah.
And then just that really, for lack of a better term, unfortunate end that came from that huge industry. And it's not like y'all aren't connected still. Like y'all could text each other or whatever, whenever. But
oh yeah.
But that world became so different.
Yeah. I mean, I like the ending with Suicide Girls was like so depressing, like such a bad ending. But like I feel like I can never like really like down talk them or anything, because they just gave me like the best job ever, and I made some of like my best friends doing what I was doing for them, even though the end was like very unfortunate. Like the whole experience was just like fucking incredible and changed like my entire life. And I'm glad that I'm not in it anymore, but like while I was in it was great, and I had such good experiences.
Yeah.
And I empowered a lot of girls, you know, which was like the best part.
Yeah, I mean, like that empowerment coming from all these other people, right? That empowerment coming from you and empowering yourself and other women.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's so much more to this industry that people don't get.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, man. Definitely.
And then also seeing the other side of the, like, because there's also these really kind of dark spots. There's a couple things that came to mind for me, at least, were like blacklists.
Oh my God. Yes. One of my best friends, I will not say his name, like a male photographer in the industry, and he had to be so careful about like everything he said and everything he did, because everything could get taken out of context and taken the wrong way, and it did. I went to a shoot with him, and he shot me and another girl, and like the other girl was like, he was so quiet and it made me uncomfortable. Like, I'm gonna tell people not to work with him because he was like too quiet, and I'm like, he's just shy, man. Like, he's just a little shy, leave him alone. Like, I don't know, like, you know. So it's like, but he was always like so careful, like not to touch the model and like not to say anything, because it's like the minute you do something wrong, like instant blacklist. And he doesn't even do photography because he was so scared. Like, he literally doesn't shoot anymore, and it breaks my heart, because he was like a great photographer. But like, it's such a scary industry, you know, being like one thing wrong and then you're blacklisted. And but I mean, there is people that obviously should be blacklisted.
And they absolutely right.
That you're like, okay, you deserve that. Like, get the fuck out of here. But yeah,
like people, and because I feel like as a photographer yourself, you can probably also see the people who get into the industry just because they like want to see naked people, or they want to.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, there's a lot of people that'll be like, I'm a suicide girl photographer, and they're not. But they'll go around telling people that just because they like want to shoot nudes and stuff. And I'm just like, oh my lord.
Well, and then like these little the little young hopefuls and stuff like that, like are like,
Oh yeah.
you're an SG photographer. Let me hop in. You know.
Like freshly 18 coming out, they don't know any better.
Right.
You know, they're just like, oh, you shoot for suicide girls? Okay, let's go. And you're just like, no.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and like that's the nice thing about having like you and other people who have been in it for a while, you know, who can like take a look at this one person who's just like, yeah, I'm an SG photographer, and they're like, no, you're not.
Yeah, and you're like, okay.
And you're like,
okay, bro.
come on over, come on.
That was my main thing too with like leaving, was like I just wanted to like protect the girls so fucking much, and when
Yeah.
I felt like they weren't being protected in the right ways, and I felt like they were kind of being like taken advantage of, I was like, dude, I'm like, I couldn't just sit around and like watch that happen, because these weren't just like random girls to me. These were like my friends, my family, you know. I was like so I talk to these girls every day.
Right.
Like we travel to see each other. Like these are my people, man. That you're like taking advantage of and like not treating right and not protecting against these people, where I just like, that's when I lost it, and that's why I got fired, man, because I didn't keep my mouth shut. But I'm like, I couldn't at that point. I was too far deep. I was too deep in it. I was like, these are my babies, and you're hurting them. Stop.
No, I know that me and Shy were very much like, yeah, no, what they're doing is fucked, and totally another story for another time type of thing.
Yeah.
It got a little nuts there at the end. We'll say. How about should we leave it there? You think? Should we leave it there?
I like that.
Okay. Let's keep it right there.
Okay.
Before we like, you know, say things that we're like about.
I'll go off on it forever.
That too, right? So I think now would be a solid time to take like a little fiver, you know, run to the bathroom, fill up waters, whatever. So everybody, for those who are here in the chat, after this break, after we come back from this break, we'll do like Q&A, and you can ask questions to Leema, you can ask questions to me, you can ask questions to both of us. And
this went by so fast, man.
Dude, I know, it's been almost 2 hours. Isn't that nuts?
I was like, I gotta be out of here by 7. I'm still here.
Yeah. And it goes, that's what I'm saying. So, feel free to ask any questions. This can be any questions around the modeling industry. This can be questions around S work. This can be questions around Schmoly Schmans. It can be questions around
Schmoly Schmans.
Content creation in general, like the video game industry, anything like that. And again, if there are any questions that we've missed throughout, my mods have been paying attention and making sure that those are at least written down for us so that we can answer them. So thank you, mods. I appreciate that. And thank you, Leema. We'll see you in like 5-ish or so minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna go pee.
I got your video up, so I'll make sure to see you. See you in a minute. Bye, everybody. I just wanted to scare Leema, and I think it worked. All right, let me turn down this music. And we'll pop back into interview mode. Hello.
Woohoo! Hello.
How was your break?
Good. I got water.
Good. I filled up my water bottle as well. I go through, I don't know about you, but I go through like an ungodly amount of liquid on stream.
Oh my god, yes. I have a 64-ounce like hydro flask that I drink in like 30 minutes, and I'm like, I should not be doing this. But I think it's because you talk so much, your like throat gets dry.
Yeah, well, no doubt.
Maybe, I don't know.
Honestly, like it helps me get like the daily intake that I'm supposed to get anyway. So. I go through like a good amount of water in the day because I'm like talking with kids all day and stuff. But you know, it's nice to have like that kind of like, oh, good reminder.
Right.
And then your stream is also like 10 people in a row being like, hydrate. And you're like, okay.
Hydrate. Like, god damn it.
I'm going to take more breaks. So fine. But yes, welcome back everybody. Big thank yous to Leema for being here and being a part of it today.
Yeah, that went by really fast. I was like, oh my god, an hour? This is going to be forever. But I was like, oh my god, it's already been 2 hours. That was so short. It went by super fast.
Yeah.
You're good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I got to watch your other videos now. It's on YouTube, guys.
Oh my god, it's on YouTube? At what link?
Exclamation point YouTube.
This link right there? Crazy.
Yeah, go check it out.
But yeah, so I super appreciate you coming on, and of course to the chat who is here now.
Yay,
if you have any questions for Leema regarding any of the things we've talked about, or even separate, you could be like, I think I have a hazard to guess, but Leema, what's your favorite color?
Purple.
Purple. Yeah, see, I was
and yellow. I had to think about that.
I was actually gonna say yellow.
Yeah, how'd you know that?
I guessed.
Oh, well, there you go.
But I saw the yellow stars and then the banana.
Yeah, banana right there.
Yeah, and I was like, well, yellow seems like a solid guess. But purple's good too.
There you go. Yeah, purple and yellow.
Purple's good
Pastels.
too. How about you, Leema? Do you have any questions that you feel like firing back? Anything.
Like, oh no, the tables have turned.
Open book.
I don't know. I like this TravTalks. I think this is like such a cute idea. I like this. You got to do a podcast. That's my. I don't want to ask you questions. I want to tell you what to do.
Okay.
I want to tell you what to do. This is such a good idea. You're so good at talking. You should make this a whole podcast, a whole thing. I love it, man.
Almost as if I've done 11 episodes so far.
It's oh my god. Okay, I will go watch your episodes, man. I gotta do it.
Yes, TravTalks is Leema approved. I'm for it.
It's official, man. I put my stamp on it.
Listen, if I'm Leema approved and my partner's Leema approved, we're all good to go.
Yeah, and I'm gonna come visit.
Oh my gosh, I would love that.
I want to come. I've only been once to Denver.
For real?
Yeah, and I did it for a shoot fest, and I stayed in a house like the entire time. So I didn't really get to like do anything. I think we went out one night, but it was like cold as hell. So it wasn't that fun.
Was that the one that was like, I want to say like a year or two ago?
I think so, yeah. I'm really bad with time. Like, I don't know, like a year and a half ago?
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, it was really fun, but like most shoot fests, I don't really get to explore like the city that I'm in because I'm just working in a house the whole time. So I'm like, now I'm like, I actually want to go on like vacations instead of like just work trips.
You can, yeah.
Yeah, so I want to come see you guys, come hang out in the cold and stuff.
You know, today was chilly, but not every day will be that cold.
I just imagine it like being snowy there like all the time.
Not all the time.
Okay, I'll come when it's not cold then.
Yeah, because I know that you're not a fan, but like,
I'm not.
I think you can handle it if it's not, you know, constantly snowing.
When is your next TravTalks?
My next TravTalks is next Wednesday.
Ooh, who's gonna be your guest?
I'm not gonna give that away.
Oh my god, it's a surprise!
Mm-hmm.
Yay! Okay, I'm excited.
But yes, if you have guests that you like want to see on TravTalks, like definitely like send them my way.
Ooh,
Because
what do I want to see?
Because as I always do, I got research.
Oh wow! Look at you, all fancy. Maybe
'Cause
that's why you did so good.
I want to make sure that my guests, I'm not just bringing on my guests exclusively to steal clout. Although, please follow me. I'm trying to steal Leema's clout. But the idea of like
Take it. Wishing it over to you.
all the clout that we have being at like the same level.
All the clout, rub it off. There you go.
We literally, you know, what's interesting is, well, I do consider you like this success, right? We have like we have this same level of like, you know, we're like around the same level when it comes to like averages and whatnot. Because I float anywhere from like 15 to 30 usually, you know, like
yeah, it always varies.
Yeah, because some streams I'm like, whoa, everybody's here tonight. Fuck yeah, you know. And
yeah, right. Everyone made it to my party. Everyone showed up.
This is how it feels when people say they always think Canada is snowy. But like, okay, but like all those little islands and stuff.
Canada
you're telling me
not always snowy? No, I'm just kidding.
Are you telling me that all those little islands and stuff and like the Yukon are not always snowy? There's no way, Jem. I don't know if I believe it.
I feel like everywhere except for like California, Texas, and Arizona, and Utah are just
but like,
snow.
do you remember last year when Texas had that cold snap and like everything
yeah,
fucking exploded?
oh yeah, but they weren't ready for it because it never snows there. They didn't know what to do, man.
They have no
were
infrastructure
lost.
for it. Yeah, they're lost. We don't talk about the Yukon. Okay, see, exactly, because it's too snowy, right? There's nothing but snow. No, we weren't. It was miserable. I'm sorry.
Oh, hi, Fox.
Sorry to hear that, Fox.
Hi,
Yeah.
Winston. Hi, Gotta Knockers. Hi, Zizo. I feel like I didn't say hi to anyone.
You know
Hi,
what?
Dig Dug. I'm
And-
such an asshole.
No. When I always leave it up to the guest how much they really want to like focus on the chat during the talk.
Well, see, I'm like all chat focused when I stream, so I was trying to like not like I would glance over, but I'm like, okay, I don't want to just be like answering the chat the whole
And-
time because
no, 'cause-
I could have done that.
I'm totally the same way. I'm very chat like oriented. Like I want to talk to them.
Yeah, I wanted to like respect your thing and not just like, hey guys, how's your day? What's up? I feel like I did good.
Every person does it differently. Like I said, like
Thanks for the raid, Winston. There you go.
yes, exactly. Thank you everybody for those raids. Even if it was
Yeah, you
for her,
got
I
3
get it.
raids. Let's go. That's good. Look at you
And,
getting all these raids.
I know it's so crazy.
Do you raid out every time you stream?
Of course.
Nice. I do too. I try to, unless I'm like really tired and I'm just like, fuck it.
But like, you know, I do raid and run a lot.
I always feel guilty about that. I always feel like I need to raid and like stick around. I don't know. If I'm like too tired to stick around, I feel like an asshole. I'm like going, oh look, you just got a little raid. Hi, raid.
I welcome in raiders. Hello.
Oh, look at your little emotes. Wee.
You know, they always explode, and I can't figure out why they're upside down, but they are, and
I love that.
yeah, they
Just never fix it. It's
I'm
great.
not going to. I'm not going to explode it. I'm not even going to worry about it. Welcome in. Feel free to give a shout out to Team Rockets Meowth 13. Thank you so much.
Hey,
Bud.
let's go.
Right now we're in the middle of a Q&A here. If you have any questions for Leema or for me, feel free to absolutely ask any questions you may have. We've talked
do
about.
I get a lot of questions?
We've you know, it really varies. Like sometimes the chat's like, hell yeah, like let me ask all these questions. Some people are like, yo, I just really enjoyed this chat. Thank you so much. You know, things like that.
All right.
I have a question for you, Leema.
Uh-oh.
No, don't worry about it. It's okay. What is the weirdest thing that somebody has asked you to cosplay? Because I've a lot of your cosplays, I'm like, yeah, no, that checks out. Like Wilma, right? Like Wilma makes sense, right?
Yeah, I feel like
Redhead.
people don't ask me to cosplay weird shit. I just do it.
Nobody.
Like I did like a sexy UPS worker. Like nobody asked me to do that. I just fucking did it. I don't know. I don't feel like people actually ask for it, but then when I do it, they're like, "Oh yeah, that's like a thing, a fantasy I didn't know I had." I'm like, "Got him." But yeah, I don't feel like I get asked to do the same shit all the time, man. Freaking Velma. Every single time,
Right.
without a doubt, I ask, who do you guys want to see me? Can you do Velma again? I don't know why people are so damn in love with Velma.
A big one.
Velma, like it's always like the same few cosplays, like Poison Ivy, Velma. Like there's just a few that people always just ask. So it's not like nobody asked me to do weird shit. I do that on my own. They want to see the normal cosplays, really.
Okay, but okay, what if? All right, can you make? Did you play Pokemon Scarlet by chance?
I did a little bit. I'm like halfway through the game.
No, that's fine. Can you cosplay a sexy Miraidon?
I don't know who that is.
That's the motorcycle fucker on the front.
I could try. I could try. It's always Velma and never Daphne. Story of my life, man.
That's literally what I've seen is like people don't want Daphne. Like people
They want the Velma. Oh my god, I don't know what it is. They love the Velma. I wish people asked me to cosplay weird stuff. I feel like that'd be more fun, but nope.
That's what I'm doing.
Like
I'm asking you to do something weird.
I'm not that weird.
That's too far? Okay.
That's a little weird. That's too much, man. I don't know about that one. Kim Possible, I know. I gotta do Kim Possible soon.
Oh, Kim Possible is a breeze for you.
I know. I gotta get the dumb belt though. She has like a utility belt, and they're like $30, and I'm like, I don't want to spend $30 on a utility belt.
Classic Batman belt.
No, you gotta get the right belt. It doesn't work. You gotta get a good one. When's your next cosplay?
I just did a maid cosplay.
A maid? That's like a costume, not a cosplay.
I did
kidding.
I did everything.
Oh my god. When was that?
2 Sundays ago.
Oh shit. Alright. When's the next one? That's what I'm saying.
Next time everybody wants me to continue playing what was it? Cinderella Phenomenon was the dating game we played.
Oh my god. I've done a few dating games. Those are always... Have you done the KFC one?
No, I haven't though.
You have to do it. It's fucking great. The KFC dating simulator, and you date Colonel Sanders, and he's like buff and like super hot, and it's wonderful. It's a great time. Bob Ross. They make a sexy Bob Ross costume, which is weird. It's a little odd. I wonder how Bob Ross would feel about that.
I was like, I don't think you can ask him, but is that
I mean,
people don't ask what like the weird things are. Like they want like Velma. I see Velma all the time.
Yeah, man. They want Velma. They want maids and nurses and like sexy like they want like fantasy like role playing stuff more than like your typical like weird anime cosplays or something like that.
And
I don't know, man.
I've seen you do I've seen you do Misty.
Yeah, I do Misty every now and again. But I try not to sex her up because she's just a baby. Little baby Misty.
Well, yeah, early on she's like fucking 14 or whatever, so.
Yeah, so I do that one every now and again, but those are just because they're easy, man. Just gotta do a side ponytail and a Misty. And he's a what? Oh, a Bob Ross afro. I was like, what?
Yeah. I don't know. I think it could happen.
Doug Dimmadome. That'd be fucking hilarious.
See, like Gem, make it happen.
I mean, me and your girl did do Fairly Odd Parents.
You did.
That was weird. Nobody asked for that. I just wanted to do it, and she was down, so I was like, "Let's go."
Well, yeah, you were like, "Oh yeah," like I mean, you're taking your clothes off for most of it, so it's not like it's.
Hey, we wore the outfits to begin with.
You did. My point is that like they came off.
They did come off, but we wore them for a while.
You did. That was when Shy's hair was fully green.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, the little crowns were super cute. I love those.
Thanks, I made them.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What is Leema's favorite cosplay? Ask Bigger Ultra.
Favorite? Probably Catwoman.
Oh.
I love Catwoman. The little black suit, and then I have like the little helmet with the goggles, and I wear like a little brown, little cute wig. I don't know. I just think it's fun, and I get a whip. It's a good time.
Okay. How about let's go the opposite. Like, what's the least favorite? Because you were like, this is so uncomfortable or itchy or.
They're all itchy, man. I just did like a bunch of Halloween streams, and I was like miserable half the time because I have a wig on, and then like it's like plastic material. The worst one I did was probably Faye Valentine because I didn't really know who the character was. But I did this like thing where I was like, whoever like gifts me the most subs this month will like get to pick the character, and the person was like Faye Valentine, and I was like, I don't know who that is, but I said I would do whatever you wanted, so here we are.
So now I gotta Google it and figure it out.
And her outfit was like plastic, like vinyl, and I couldn't really move in it, and the wig was like funky. The whole thing was just very weird. But
see, like you do like more legit cosplays than I do. Like my Mega Man cosplay was boxes I spray painted blue and stuck all over my body. Like,
but that's like more creative. Mine are mostly like ones I buy from Amazon. So like I do respect when people like make their cosplays because a lot of mine are lazy.
It was boxes from Amazon for the most part.
I mean, there you go. But you made it, so that's cool, man. That's
Barely. Cool. They were like, everyone was. I told everybody, I'm like, this is gonna be a shitty cosplay, and they were like, no, it's not. It's gonna look awesome, and I'm like, I don't know about
You're like, actually, it's gonna suck, but thank you.
But hey, listen, we played Mega Man, and it was a good time.
There you go.
Thank you for the follow.
That's a great one. Welcome.
So, RoboHung asks, best concert you've been to?
Best concert? Can I say Warped Tour? Is that a thing?
Of course.
I feel like, but that's like multiple concerts in a row. Warped Tour is not even a thing anymore, is it?
No. They stopped doing Warped Tour. It makes me so
sad, man. I used to have like the best times at Warped Tour. I was like 10 years old. No, not even. I was like 9 or 10, and I saw The Offspring, and I didn't know who they were. And I was all by myself. I don't know why I was by myself. Thanks, mom and dad, like left me somewhere. And I'm like jamming out in the front row with like older people, like listening to The Offspring. And we're just like, yeah. And it's like this core memory of like the best fucking time ever. So probably just like Warped Tour, like
Warped Tour
in
is
general.
Awesome.
Warped Tour was sick,
awesome.
Man. And now they have these crazy like when we were young, where you just have to like get stomped on and killed in a mosh pit. I'm like, no, I don't want to go. There's too many people now, and I'm scared.
I mean, yeah, post COVID concerts are a little like, should I be here right now? You know,
right? I'm just like scared to be around people now. I'm like, there's gonna be a bunch of people there, and Warped Tour was just like a different vibe. It was like more spread out.
And you were outside.
We were like, okay. That's true.
Ours were always out. At least the ones that I went to were all outside.
Yeah, mine were in Ventura near the beach, so they were like extra sick.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, we were usually at like Mile High's parking lot.
There you go. Yeah, ours was on the beach. It was pretty sick.
You know, getting a little bit sunburnt and only once or twice dying of like heat exhaustion and dehydration. Like,
dude, my friend got 3rd-degree burns at Warped Tour.
Fuck that. No, you gotta have something.
He didn't like come prepared, and he literally got like 3rd-degree burns, and I was like, oh my god, it was so bad. I was like, well, I mean, you should have wore sunscreen. I don't know.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, especially here in Colorado, where we're closer to the sun, you know. With that altitude, we got some of our asses kicked sometimes. It was usually, honestly, for me, it was usually like my cheeks, just because like it would end up like sweating off.
Yeah.
You know.
No, just burnt. I would get my shoulders burnt all the time.
Shoulders
like,
is what I would like reapply, and then I'd like forget my face.
But it was worth it. I'd be like, hell yeah. It was like
Every
a
time.
good burn. I'm like, yeah, memories.
Memories. Ow, I'm putting on a shirt again.
Right? Like, that was great.
Oh man. Yeah, I think Warped Tour was awesome. Is that like the last show you went to, or
The last one I went to see Dashboard Confessionals and Andrew Mahoen and the Wilderness.
okay?
If you don't know who that is,
I don't know who
he
the
is
second one is.
The Andrew, he is the lead singer of Something Corporate and Jack's Mannequin.
Oh,
And then
okay.
he went like solo. So like those are my two favorite bands, and then he went solo, and I just kind of like stalk him and follow him everywhere. I'm literally going to like another concert for him. But yeah, you know what's crazy about that concert? So I said on stream like multiple times that I was going to this concert, and someone that like was low-key stalking me showed up to that concert. Isn't that scary? So now I'm like really, really careful about like speaking about future events where I'm like gonna be at. Like, oh, it was pretty scary. So now I'm like, because I went to the Great Wolf Lodge in Anaheim for like a family vacation, and I kept wanting to talk about it, and I couldn't talk about it. I was like, yeah, I'm going to this place because I was scared that they were gonna like follow me there and just be like, hey, what a coincidence! I'm like, ah.
Yeah, that's so. I'm lucky, and I'm fairly like smart about like, if I talk about like exactly where I'm going, I'm not like, oh, I'm going to this show at this place on this date, you know.
I try to be, but I feel like I just get excited.
Of course.
And I just start talking, and then I'm like, fuck.
I mean, that's also why I asked at like before when we were talking about doing this, and I was just like, are there any rules about like, hey, where you say you are, or because I've had one person be like, I don't even mention the state that I'm in. Like they know the time zone, but that's it.
Yeah, I try to be as careful as I can. Now I'm even more careful because I didn't think that was even like a possibility, and I'm like, well, now I know that like that's possible.
Right.
So I just try. I don't really talk about like exactly where I'm going because I do go on like little vacations all the time. So I just kind of like vaguely say my plans now instead of being like, this is where I'm going on this date. See you there. Like.
Right. My flight gets in at this time on this airline.
I'm like, I used to, but I feel like that was just me getting excited, and like I didn't think someone would like come to a concert like that I was going to that didn't even live near there either. I'm like, oh well, okay. This is very weird.
I mean, like, yeah, I only ever like met somebody IRL from stream because they were like, hey, I'm in your town. Let's meet at a mutual like place. And I was like, okay, I could do that, you know? Yeah. I have the addition, the extra part of I'm also a large 6-foot man.
Yeah, I mean that helps a little bit. Yeah, I'm like, I'm scared of everybody and everything now. Like, I'm so traumatized. Like, my chat always makes fun of me because I have like major trust issues. So like when new people want to play, they'll be like, she has trust issues, okay? Like,
no, that's
give
real.
her a minute. Then I'm like, bro, I'm so traumatized from shit. I'm like, I have so many trust issues where I'm like, oh.
Well, that part's real, especially like, I remember we did like, this is back in the Tank Bro day. We did like an Among Us stream.
Fucking Among Us.
And like we had somebody join, and we were like, yeah, come on into the Discord, like be cool though. And they had like a small little following on Twitch and stuff like that, so I assumed they kind of knew how Twitch rules were. And immediately just like racial slurs and things like that, and we were just like, what the fuck, you know? Like,
oh my god, I had that happen with Among Us, but it wasn't that bad. It was just a child, like a child, like maybe like 10, and we were like, oh, and they was like, I'm 18, and we're like, no, you're not.
There's no way.
Yeah, Among Us is the one game that like really made me traumatized. So it's so funny that you brought up Among Us, because that was the one game I'm like, everybody come on in, it's a party, get in the voice chat. And now like people are like, can I play? I'm like, who are you? I don't know you. Send me like a resume and some recommendations.
I need like a CV and some letters.
Right? I'm like, I don't trust anybody. I'm literally like, you have to stay in my chat and be like, hang around for a while and let me get to know you, because I'm like so traumatized. I'm like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, and I mean,
it's like a little scary.
Yeah, Jem actually just brought up we played Jackbox once. Because there are people on Twitch that go around to Jackbox streams just to type in like their name into like the thing, and it's always like racial or just like.
I've heard about that actually. Yeah. Like that's one of the main reasons I don't want to play Jackbox, because everyone always wants me to play it, but I've heard like so many like stories about like people doing that with Jackbox, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, well they'll and they do it, so like that's like. I want to do it too. Like I want to do it on Super Friends Sunday, but like I'm like
yeah, and it
really
sucks because
nervous.
it's one of those games where you like need people to play. Like you
Literally.
want people to come in and play, and then like but that happens, so it's like yeah,
but literally like they came in and they were just like their name is like the N-word or like something fucking awful, and you're just like what the, like come on man, are you really gonna do that to me? Are you really?
Man. And they do it just to like see your reaction or fuck with you, or I don't even, who knows, man. It's just so annoying.
Well, what they did on that particular time was they put in their name like that and then tried to report our channel for like having that like on stream.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous.
And then
you know what I've had on stream once?
Go on.
I had someone. So when you play marbles, like people's profile pictures come up when they're like rolling their marbles, and we had someone named Little Petter join a game, and we were all laughing and like we're like, oh, it's fine, it says Petter, like maybe he like pets dogs or I don't fucking know, like all laughing it up, whatever. And then I click on his marble, and there was a picture of a little Petter. Right, a little Peter right on the screen, and I was like, oh my fucking god, I was more scared than like my whole stream, like I was gonna get suspended or banned or whatever because I had a peed on my screen. I'm like, oh my lord, but like it's not my fault it happened, but it happened. So that's probably like the worst thing that's happened to me on stream so far. So now I'm like extra cautious too. If anyone comes in with a weird name, I'm like. I don't know about you.
Yeah. No, and I've gotten, I mean, like, as you probably know at this point, you're, like, really careful about reading names out loud right away. You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, I like go through it. I like go through it in my head. I'm like, box unfinished. Okay, that's okay. You know, like...
There was someone in my chat named Big Wee, like the game Wii. Nerd. Like Big Wee Nerd.
No, I get it.
And I kept saying his name all the time, and I didn't understand that it said that until like 6 streams later that he had been in, and everyone's like, you don't get what the name is? And I'm like, oh my god, and I would always like, yeah, Big Wee Nerd, like just saying it all proud and loud, not knowing what I was saying, and then I finally got it. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, and then like when I noticed those names that are out there, like I would pick like a part of their name.
Yeah.
Like I was like,
yeah, just a little part.
Yeah, I was like bigger, Ultra. I'm just gonna call him Ultra. You know, like that kind of thing, right?
You're just you're traumatized. You're scared. You're
like, I'm like, because someone's gonna make me like say something that's like really close.
Yeah, and then clip that, and then there you are.
Right, like their name.
Some weird shit.
Like it happened a couple days ago. Someone's name was Nick, H-E-R-D, Nick. And then like heard of.
Oh, I've heard of that. I've heard of that name going around actually. Like around different streams, because there was on Twitter. Everyone's like, "Watch out for this person going around stream," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" I totally would have fell for that one, totally, because it's spelled like a normal name. So you're like, "Okay, like this is."
I know it.
A normal name, like
I know, and we're like. Now I'm like really good at being like reading it in my head first and then being like, okay.
Yeah, it's crazy that you have to do that though. Like it's just crazy that people want you to like catch you saying this like bad thing, and it's like, dude, come on, like.
I know.
We're all just trying to make it out here. Like, relax.
Yeah.
Oh my
like,
God, Chris.
we could just literally be like cool and nice to each other. And if
Right?
do you really like, is that, and usually that's what I say is like, is this what your life is going around to random streamers and trying to make them say bad words so you can be like tee hee hee in your little Discord call with your one friend that you've never met and actually doesn't like you? You know, like, I get fucking mean.
Dude, yeah, same. I'm like, what? But that really is. That's all they like, you know? They fucking love it. I'm like, all right, you guys are freaking weird, man. But that's why we like, my mods are so good, man. Just timeout, delete timeouts and bans all around where it's like, they didn't even get a chance to troll. Like, you're already fucking banned. You're already gone. Like, you don't get a chance to like, get your satisfaction. And most of the accounts are like deactivated the next day. So I'm like, they literally created an account to troll for a day, get banned from every chat, and then they're gone.
Oh
like,
yeah. No, my mods know to look at when the account was created.
Yep.
Like, it's like, oh yeah, you just made this yesterday or this morning.
So, right? It's like 2 hours old account, and they're like,
I know.
welcome to Twitch. I always say, I'm like, welcome to Twitch. Like,
yeah, right. You're like,
gotta call them out. Like, oh, so you're new to Twitch? Welcome on in. Like, got you.
See, Fox, I agree, right? Like, if I had that kind of time in my day just to like,
right, the free time.
man. Oh,
the things they could accomplish instead of trolling chats for like 24 hours.
Yeah, does that feel good, friend? Does that feel real good?
Right. Hey, we didn't have a troll all stream. Yay! Unless we did and your mods caught him and I don't know.
I didn't see it, but it's possible, you know.
Woo!
I didn't see it. But yeah. I know you have to head out here probably pretty soon, but
you guys want to play Fortnite still? They're in the chat.
Oh, they're in the chat. They're all like waiting, like. Fuck.
I told him, I was like, I got to be done by 7 because I have Fortnite plans with my friend. Like, I gotta play Fortnite with my friends. Oh man. See, there you go. They're down. I'm gonna play Fortnite.
Good. Yeah, so I will say, just thank you so much, Leema, for being a part of this and being so open and honest about some of these things, man. Like, I know
dude.
I know they're not easy to talk about sometimes, and also like, I like to give that platform for people to be like, yeah, no, I like this stuff. This is what I like to do.
Yeah. No, it's fun. Like I said, I was like, an hour? This is gonna take so long, and then we were like 2 hours in. I'm like, oh, this is whatever. This is great. You're really good too.
Would I leave
I like
you astray?
this. I'm gonna come watch TravTalks. Y'all should follow and subscribe and go to the YouTube. TravTalks, man, it's a good thing. There you go.
Oops, damn it, I typed it wrong. There it is.
Oh wow, how embarrassing! No.
I know, fuck. Oh, I'm such an idiot.
Never mind, I take it back. Don't follow him.
Oh, I'm so stupid.
No, for real though, he is really cool. You guys should drop a follow. He's cool.
Yes,
like, I'm not just saying that.
I'm not. Well, I mean, you know, it's just I'm stealing the cloud a little bit. You know,
he's kind of cool.
He's all right. trying to get all the things in there. And...
See, there you go. Look at me getting you follow. You're welcome.
Wow.
Just another day.
Thank you for the follow.
Yay.
I do want to say also, I'm going to go ahead and put this in chat. Make sure you're checking out Leema here.
Aw, yay.
Check out all the things. Too. All the things. There's many, many things in there. There are many links.
Oh my god, Jesus, you gotta do that.
Yeah, I'm calling you.
It's called All My Links, so check out
literally
all of my links.
Yeah.
Well, all of them.
Was an entertaining listen. Thank you. Yeah, so I do these episodes. I try and do them at least every other week. Sometimes, you know, schedules don't work or people cancel and have to move around and things like that, and that's fine. You know, that's why the first, like, I had one planned for like literally that first week of January, and then I got crazy sick. Dude, and my chat knows this, but like, I got a tonsil stone, an ear infection, and a cold all at once.
Jesus. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. Are you?
Yes, I feel fine. But like,
Are you okay?
I don't recommend any of those things, let alone all three at once.
Jeez, yeah, really hit you.
Kick the shit out of me.
They're like, yep.
Like 2 weeks, I was just out. And then like, that's also when we like got the puppy, right?
Happy.
That's also when we got Jax, and it was just like, I have zero energy for this brand new puppy that's in my house.
Aww.
It sucked. It was so bad. I felt terrible.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. And thank you everybody for showing up. Thank you to Leema for being an awesome guest.
Woo!
And of course, feel free, and like I said, here's that link again. Feel free to check out all of Leema's stuff.
Yeah, come find me.
Both Instagrams, both Twitters. Make sure you give all four a follow. Do it.
Every single one.
Every single
Don't
one.
leave one out.
Don't miss it. You don't want to miss it.
Yeah.
And if you feel like it, I have socials too, but that's not important.
Oh yeah. Follow them too. All the links. Everyone.
They're all right there. Leema, do you have somebody that we should raid out to?
Oh my God! Where's my phone?
You tell me, and we'll find them.
Hold on. Let me check. I have a really cool musician friend that usually streams, but I don't know if he's on right now.
Oh, whoops. Streamlabs lost their sub. That sucks.
Hold on, I gotta scroll down. Dude, there's a lot of hello. Okay, let's go see who's on. Let's go see who's on.
Feel free to use my raid emotes, your own raid emotes, Leema's raid emotes.
Yay!
Feel free to watch anybody.
Someone playing Bayonetta. What is Bayonetta?
Bayonetta is a cool vampire, like Devil May Cry type thing game.
Got a Jackbox streamer? That sounds fun. Oh, we should raid out to a fellow model. That'd be fun.
Absolutely.
What is she playing? She's playing Raid Shadow Legends.
Get the fuck out of here. A little bit of sponsored stream.
You
Let's
like
go.
that?
It's a sponsor.
I don't know. I never
There's no way that's not sponsored.
Oh yeah, I think I was gonna get that sponsorship, and I was like, nah. She's cute as fuck. I don't know if Shy knows her or not.
Let's find out.
But she might. So her name is Morgan McLovin.
Is it all one word?
Morgan McLovin. Morgan Morgan.
Found
and
it.
then McLovin. Yeah, you got it?
Yup.
Okay, let me pop in on my phone too.
Hell yeah, dude. Oh, look at that. Exclamation hashtag sponsored. See, I told you.
Okay, but she's awesome, so she's cool.
No doubt. I'm gonna let this ad play, and then we'll
Get your coin. Get your coin.
Hell yeah, get that bag.
She's cool,
what we say.
man. I like her. She's fun. She's a good time.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
I'm
I'm happy she's on right now too.
Make your bag, make your bank, all that stuff. Hey, again, thank you everybody for being here. I'll be back next.
Thanks everyone.
I'll be back tomorrow with we're gonna be playing a brand new series on my channel.
Ooh.
I also do my own streaming. I don't just do TravTalks, but I super appreciate it. Obtain the grain. Yes.
Come back tomorrow. Trav streams. Yeah. Travioli.
Exactly. I'm gonna see if you remember that one.
Travioli ravioli. Let's go.
It's a SpongeBob reference.
I know. I like it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's hilarious.
All right. As always, feel free to use my raid emotes, your own raid emotes, Leema's raid emotes.
Yeah, you guys already know.
All I ask is that you let him know that Travis is the one who sent you. All right, everybody. We'll see y'all very soon. Thank you, Leema, once again. We're gonna start this raid up, and oh, there it goes. All right, starting it up.
Raid.
We're gonna raid into Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, dude.
Ah! It's gonna be crazy.
It's so much rating.
She's gonna be like, what the fuck? What's happening?
Like, who the fuck is Super Trav? Gets all pissed off and bans me.
She's like, why is this guy using Leema's emotes? Like, because I'm totally gonna throw him in there too. She's gonna be like, what the fuck?
You should.
Yay, let's go confuse my friend. Yeah.
Let's do it. Hey, thank you everybody once again. We'll see y'all soon. Bye everyone.
Yay.
Rating now. Mwah.
Did it work?
It did. Although I got hit with an ad again.
God damn it.